Tonight, Columbia brings you as a guest star, Peter Lorre, one of the screen's past masters of the art of suspense. Suspense is compounded of mystery and intrigue and dangerous adventure. In this series are stories calculated to intrigue you, to stir your nerves, to offer you a precarious situation, and then withhold the solution until the last possible moment. Tonight, for instance, Mr. Lorre plays for us a doctor, a husband, with something dark and terrible on his mind. Was it murder? And if so, can this at last be the really perfect crime? We trust that while you are wondering, we shall keep you in suspense.
For Suspense tonight, CBS presents Till Death Do Us Part by John Dixon Carr, starring Peter Lorre.
Late one night in December of 1941, a man and his wife sat beside the fire in their country cottage. This man, look at him. A professor of mathematics, stout and middle-aged, guileless as a child. In the remote corner of England where he lives with his pretty English wife, they say of him...
Jolly decent fellow, you know, for a foreigner.
Isn't he? Always a smile for everybody, and so polite. That's why it's such a shame about his wife and that young American. There hasn't been anything between them yet, I'm almost sure. But if the American stays here much longer...
I tell you.
A happy man, this Professor Kraft. His cottage in the country is rather isolated. 3 miles from the nearest house. No electricity or central heating or telephone. And on December nights like this, a great wind comes rushing off the Sussex Downs. It rattles at the windows, growls in the chimney, and makes unsteady the oil lamp on the table. Professor Irwin Kraft sits before the fire in a snug, book-lined room. And across from him, sewing, sits his young wife, Cynthia. A domestic scene. A very domestic scene.
Oh, my pet, this is wonderful, isn't it? Oh, so nice and cozy. How I enjoy our little home. It's a pleasure to be indoors on a night like this, isn't it?
Yes.
Did my darling have a good day?
Just about as usual.
No adventures, huh?
Not exactly. I walked into the village.
Walked? Oh, I really blame myself for burying you out here. I ought to get your car.
That's not necessary, thanks.
Come now, come. Did something happen to upset my little pet today?
No.
You know, darling, I look at you and I marvel.
You marvel at what?
At a wife who can actually blush. Yes, with a skin so fair and a conscience so transparent that she can actually blush.
I wasn't blushing about...
About what?
About anything you might be thinking. It's your horrible habit of putting everybody else in the wrong.
Oh, but the neighbors don't think that about Papa Croft.
The neighbors don't have to live with you. I do.
And you mustn't scratch either. Not when we are so snug here, so cozy, and the kettle on the fire is nearly boiling, and the rum is ready, and the lemon juice, and the sugar for her medicine.
Erwin, must I drink that stuff? I don't like rum.
But you have a cold, darling.
I haven't got a cold. Really, I haven't.
Now, darling, twice today I heard you cough. Now, you are going to take your medicine, Cynthia, and take it here and now, and not offend your clumsy old husband by refusing.
Why do you keep on treating me like a girl of 16?
I love to treat you like that, Cynthia, because I cannot fathom your thoughts. You lock up your thoughts, and that is a dangerous English habit. You see, thoughts accumulate and won't be stifled, and sooner or later, when you least expect it...
Oh, look out. The kettle's boiling over.
So it is.
Owen, please, lift it down from there.
Of course. I apologize, my darling. There.
For a second, you almost frightened me.
Huh? I frightened you?
I suppose it's foolish.
Well, here we are, my dear. Here we are. Now, see, I put 2 tumblers on the coffee table. And now, a spoon in each so that the heat doesn't crack them.
My dear, must you give me so much rum? Can't I have the small one?
But we have to cure that cold of yours, Cynthia. Now comes the lemon juice. Yes. And now comes hot water to the top. Here we are. And 2 lumps of sugar for each of us. There you are, darling. Now let's drink up, huh?
Owen, listen.
I didn't hear anything.
I did. It came from that cupboard over there. It sounded like your accordion.
Oh, that's nonsense, darling. That's nonsense.
There it is again.
Well, that's only the wind. Or perhaps a rat that got into the cupboard.
Owen, I'm terrified of rats. Go and kill it. Would you mind?
Oh, you really sit very heavy labors, my sweet, for one of my weight. Well, if you insist, all right. Well, I'll take a good heavy poker from the fireplace. And, of course, it means a little trip to the cupboard.
Owen, never mind.
You haven't changed your mind, have you?
It'd probably run out across the floor. Come back.
Wouldn't run very far, I'm sure. Well, again, if you insist.
I can't think what's the matter with me tonight.
No?
No.
You're sure nothing upset you in the village today, huh?
Certainly not.
How about this young American, that fledgling doctor? What's his name?
You mean Dr. Craig?
That's it, Dr. Craig. Dr. Craig. Didn't someone say he was leaving today for London and then back to the States?
I believe so. That's what Lady Randolph told me.
And you didn't say goodbye to him?
Certainly not.
Well, that wasn't kind of you, darling. That wasn't friendly. What's the matter? Don't you like my nice hot rum drink?
No. But you'll give me no peace till I do drink it.
That's right, darling. That's right. Now, take it down like a good girl. I'm keeping you company. See? Oh, how pretty she looks. With her yellow hair in the firelight. And her red mouth. And her light little hands. Very pretty. Oh, there is just one other thing, Cynthia. I gave you a letter to post this afternoon. Did you post it?
Yes.
Registered?
Yes.
And did you notice to whom the letter was addressed?
Everybody notices the address on an envelope. It was to some Mr. Hatherby at Market Shepherd.
That's right.
But I don't know who he is, if that's what you mean.
Oh, Mr. Hatherby is the coroner of this district.
The coroner?
That's right. That's right.
But is there any reason why you should be writing letters to the coroner?
Well, there will be tomorrow morning. We have been just drinking poison, my love. Why did you drop your glass, darling?
I don't believe you.
No? This will interest you, Cynthia. You were a trained nurse, and weren't you, You see, the poison was aconite, monk's shoot.
No.
Yes, homegrown in our own little garden. 1/16 of a grain has been a fatal dose.
There's no telephone here. No car, not even a neighbor.
Exactly, my angel.
Take your hands off me. Let me get up.
No, my pet. In about 5 minutes, you see, the first symptoms will come on.
Symptoms?
Yes. Our throats will grow dry. Our eyesight will turn dim.
No.
And presently we'll lose the use of our limbs. Well, there are convulsions before the end, I believe, but we won't feel them.
Let me up.
If you try to hit at me, Angel, you'll upset that lamp. And, well, if you upset the lamp, this cottage would go up like tinder. We don't want to burn to death, do we?
Owen, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it?
Why? Do you think all Papa Kraft is blind, my pet? Huh? If I can't have you, Cynthia, nobody else is going to have you.
You mean Jim Craig?
So it is Jim Craig.
Well, was nothing. My tongue slipped.
A cynic would say, my dear, that your foot slipped. Do you think I don't know what happened the other night at the schoolhouse?
Schoolhouse?
Yes, the Market Shepherd Schoolhouse. At Lady Randolph's little concert in aid of the war relief.
Nothing happened. I swear it didn't.
No?
No.
Oh, then it was coincidence, I suppose, that you and that Dr. Craig didn't arrive until the concert was nearly over.
Yes, it was. We didn't go there together.
No?
We met in the little hall outside the auditorium. It was just as you were finishing your number on the accordion.
I beg your pardon. It's so dark here, I almost bumped into you. Isn't that Mrs. Kraft?
Yes. Good evening, Dr. Craig.
We seem to be late.
Very late, I'm afraid.
I was detained on a case.
I didn't feel like coming here at all.
But just a moment before I open that door for you. Won't it look a little funny, our arriving here together?
Funny? Why should it?
No reason at all, only... Cynthia, listen to me.
You know, Dr. Craig, that's the first time you've ever called me by my first name.
I did want to have a word with you somehow. Of course, you've heard the news.
What news?
Well, on the radio for the past couple of days.
Oh, we're too far out to get much news, and my husband isn't interested.
He isn't interested. He isn't interested in anything but himself.
I'd rather you didn't talk that way about my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would you push the door open a little?
And in conclusion...
Lady Randolph is saying something.
I'm sure we've all enjoyed our friend Professor Croft's musical numbers on the accordion. And the vicar's conjuring tricks. And little Miss Linshaw's spirited recitations. It only remains for me to tell you that the collection for this little entertainment will amount to the... But yes, Colonel Thompson, what is it?
Colonel Thompson's going across the platform in rather a hurry. Looks like an announcement of some kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention. We have just received some late news by the 9 o'clock bulletin.
I think I can guess what it is.
Following yesterday's declaration against Japan, the Congress of the United States today declared war against Germany and Italy. No applause, please. I think I can say that these things go too deep for applause. We entered a war lightly, and we have learned. But before the vicar ends this meeting, I shall ask the orchestra to play us the song numbered 83 in the book. A song we know is dear to the hearts of all Americans.
Close the door, Cynthia.
Jim, this doesn't affect you.
Naturally it does.
You won't be leaving England.
Probably in a very short time. They'll be needing doctors.
But does a formal declaration of war make any difference? What does it mean to you? What does it mean?
I can't explain it, Cynthia. It's all in that song. If they're going to need me, I'll go back.
But can't you do just as much good here in England?
I don't know. That depends on what the army says.
And doesn't anything depend on what I say?
We haven't got much time, Cynthia. That crowd will be out in a minute.
Yes.
And we won't admit it, will we?
Admit what?
Admit how we feel about each other.
I haven't said...
Nor I. I was only talking about what we were thinking.
No, we won't admit it. You say you can't explain about the war. I can't explain about this.
Don't try. It's better this way.
Owen's been very good to me. And he's such a childlike person.
Yes. Everybody likes him.
Oh, he has his tempers, and he's not easy to live with sometimes, in spite of what they think. But I can't do anything to hurt him, because he'd never do anything to hurt me. Never, never, never in the world.
A very fair estimate of my character, too.
That's exactly what I said about you.
So you are in love with that fellow?
I admit it now. Yes.
Tell me, darling, do you feel anything yet?
Feel anything?
I mean, dryness, muscular contraction of the throat.
Yes.
Oh, I thought so.
I won't die. I won't.
And how do you propose to stop yourself? Your only chance would be to reach the village infirmary. And I'll see to it that you don't get there.
But what if the poison takes you before it takes me? Then you can't stop me.
But it won't, darling.
You seem terribly sure of that.
You see, the amount I gave you, as you perhaps noticed, was more than I gave myself. I'm going to follow you, my little pet, into the dark, where there are no Dr. Jim Craigs, but not too quickly. I shall still have most of my faculties, Cynthia, when your convulsions are already beginning. Oh.
I wonder if you will.
Why do you say that?
Your legs don't seem any too steady.
I don't know. It must be the heat of the fire, perhaps, or it's very hot in this room. Cynthia, darling, listen to me.
Yes, Irwin?
There is a copy of Taylor's Medical Jurisprudence over on the shelf there. Please get it for me.
I'm afraid you'll have to get it for yourself, my dear. That is, if you can.
I'll get it.
Mind the lamp, Irwin. We don't want the house afire, just as you said yourself.
I'll mind the lamp. Listen to me. You know, some people's systems are intolerant to poisons. They experience in minutes what ought to take hours.
Does it hurt, Irwin? Does it hurt?
Yes. But you'll find out soon enough, my pet. Because you'll never make 3 miles to the village. Never.
You think not?
I know it. And just remember, I shall be waiting.
Waiting?
Out in the dark and cold, where there is neither marriage nor giving in marriage. I'll be waiting for my little pet to come and join me. I shall be waiting.
Irwin! Oh, I hate you. I loathe you. I'm afraid of you. But I don't want you to die because of me. And yet, you are dead, Irwin. But I'm not going to join you. I've never prayed much, Irwin, but I'm praying now. Whatever comes over my wits and makes my senses weak, give me strength enough to get to the village. Just give me strength enough to get to the village.
An empty room now, except for the motionless figure by the fire. The great wind enters through an open front door and makes the lamp shake dangerously on the tables. The whole house creaks. Otherwise, it is very quiet. Suddenly, the corpse sits up. Professor Kraft looks pleased, doesn't he? Very pleased. Very alert as he moves over to a certain cupboard door.
Well, and now I think the real fun can begin. Patience, my friend, while I open the cupboard door. Well, there we are. I hope you haven't been too uncomfortable, Dr. James Craig.
Oh, I'm all right, thanks.
So you managed to get the gag out of your mouth, huh?
I managed it, yes, just now. I'm too late.
Well, you're still securely tied up, I'm glad to say. You know, you gave me several very, very unpleasant moments, young man, when you got your foot on that accordion.
Did I?
Well, Cynthia thought you were a rat and wanted me to kill you. You know, she shows very good sense sometimes.
I could hear both of you talking. Thanks very much.
Oh, of course, you could, of course. Excuse me, please. I forgot that.
Yes, and I could see you, too, through a crack in the door.
Well, you were intended to see us. But now, come on. First of all, I'll drag you out of here. Yes, let me take you. Yes, sir. Now we can sit down and have a nice, cozy little chat, huh?
How much aconite did you give Cynthia?
How much? Oh, about 2 grains.
2 grains? Well, then she can't possibly...
No, she can't possibly live until morning. But she can live long enough to testify that she saw me die.
And how much poison did you take yourself?
I? None.
None at all?
No, none at all.
But you mixed those drinks out of the same materials. I saw you do it.
Well, but there wasn't any poison in the rum, young man. You see, 2 lumps of sugar steeped in aconite were dropped into Cynthia's glass. I marked them, and I didn't make a mistake. Can you see the beginnings of Papa Croft's plan?
Why, you...
You see, Cynthia left the door open, my friend. And there is a very strong wind blowing tonight.
Well?
Just observe how it lifts the table covers, flutters the magazines, makes the lamp tremble. I shouldn't be surprised, you know, if one of those lamps blew over. A fine crash and a sheet of flame, huh? And when they come here tomorrow morning, after Cynthia's testimony in my letter to the coroner, they'll expect to find at least a few charred bones among the ruins. And, of course, they must find some remains.
Whose remains?
Yours.
Yes, you've got me tied up pretty well, haven't you?
And now, you see... Now comes the best. You were last seen going towards the railway station, to London, and then to America. Nobody will inquire after you.
Except Cynthia.
That's right, except Cynthia, who will be dead. That I waylaid you and brought you here while Cynthia was in a village will not be known to our good coroner, and I shall disappear. What do you think of it, young man, huh? I think it's rather good, huh?
And you're going to let me burn to death?
Yes, and I shall enjoy the necessity. By the way, too bad you missed my performance at Lady Randolph's concert. It was very nice. But, then I think you were otherwise occupied.
You could call it that?
Occupied, I think, in making love to my wife. You hurt my vanity, young man, and you are going to suffer for it.
I never made love to your wife.
No?
No. But I don't suppose you could possibly believe that.
Are you already begging for mercy? Now, come on. Are you begging for mercy?
No, I think not.
Dr. Craig, I don't like the way you're taking this. I really don't.
Don't you?
No. You ought to be afraid. All decent men should be afraid. And no man is heroic when he sees death coming. But you are as white as a plate. Can't take your eyes off me. And you seem to be expecting something.
Maybe I am expecting something.
You are? Well, I think I can persuade you to tell me what's on your mind, my friend. If I use the poker out of the fire, huh? You see, I'm a mathematician. I leave nothing to chance.
Do you hear that, Professor Kraft? A car has stopped out in front.
Well, they won't come in here.
But of course they will. It's probably the Home Guard. Look, you fool, you've left the front door standing wide open in a blackout.
Don't be childish. Do you think to upset me with that?
Something's upset you. Take a look at yourself in a mirror.
Huh? Nothing can upset my plans now. Everything is ready. My clothes and my money are in the stable. This place, this pretty little cottage, will be a furnace. All I have to do is pick up that lamp. You see, like this, and something is wrong with me.
Oh, you're not acting this time, are you? You're not pretending now.
You swine! What have you done to me?
I have done nothing.
You have done something to me. I can feel it. There's sweat all over me. My throat's choking.
This way, Lady Randolph. Through the gate and up the path.
That sounded like my wife's voice.
It was Cynthia's voice.
What is wrong with you? A person would think you were drunk. I'm sorry, Lady Randall, stopping me in the road and asking to be taken to the infirmary at 80 miles an hour, and then finding there was nothing wrong with you.
But it can't be. It isn't possible.
Oh, but it is. You see, your plans didn't include the fact that Cynthia doesn't like rum. Remember, you poured a very large drink for her and a small one for yourself. And you filled both glasses with hot water. Oh, remember when she got you to leave her and come over to this cupboard? She changed the glasses then. You're the one who swallowed the poison, 2 grains of aconite.
No. Help me. Please. Help me.
Nothing on earth can save you.
Help me, please. In the name of pity, please. Please help me.
Nothing on earth can save you.
Please. No. You won't. Then I'll show you. I'll take you with me. I'll take everybody with me.
Where are you going?
I'll get that lamp. I'll take you with me.
Why, look at you. You can't even see. You're blind. You're staggering straight into that cupboard.
I'll take you. I'll take you with me. I'll take you.
Jim, what are you doing here?
Come in, Cynthia. Come in and take a look at the man who died twice.
And so ends Till Death Do Us Part, starring Peter Lorre. Tonight's story of Suspense. Columbia presents these tales of mystery and intrigue and dangerous adventure for your relaxation and enjoyment. Next Tuesday, there'll be another in this series. Same hour, 9:30 Eastern Wartime. Mr. Lorre was starred as Professor Kraft. He was supported by Alice Frost as Cynthia, David Gothard as Dr. Craig, and Mercedes McCambridge as Lady Randolph. William Spear, the producer, John Dietz, the director, Bernard Herrmann, the composer-conductor, and John Dixon Carr, the author, are collaborators on Suspense.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
You are about to hear a story based on actual events. To protect the innocent, names and places have been changed. Autolite and its 96,000 dealers bring you Mr. William Holden in a story taken from life. Tonight's presentation of Suspense. Tonight, Autolite presents Report on the Jolly Death Riders, a story about the tragic misuse of hot rod automobiles, starring Mr. William Holden.
Well, hiya, Hap.
Hi, Harlow. How was the vacation?
Oh, Autolite, I guess.
Autolite?
Sure, perfect. Just like the Autolite electrical system in your Autolite-equipped car.
Why bring that up?
Well, why not? Your Autolite electrical system is the willing and wondrous working whiz that produces and stores electricity right under the hood of your car to enable you to start your engine, use your lights, horn, radio, heater.
Yeah, sure, Harlow. But the vacation.
Oh, there's never a vacation, Hap, for the thousands of component parts that go to make up the complete Autolite electrical system.
So that's why my Autolite-equipped car is ready to go every time I turn the switch. Huh?
Right you are, Hap, and that's why Autolite electrical systems are used as original factory equipment on many leading makes of our finest cars, trucks, and tractors.
You've sold me, Harlow.
So, friends, take a tip from me and specify Autolite original factory parts when replacements are needed. You'll find it pays because you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with Report on the Jolly Death Riders and the performance of Mr. William Holden, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
Hi, Herb. Oh, hi, Cap. Hey, you look tired.
look tired, and I got a right to look tired.
Wrap it up.
Ask me sometime when I'm not so beat. I hate 'em like this.
We all do.
Just kids, Cap. Just a bunch of kids that should have had more sense.
They need a good lesson.
Well, they've had a good one. Look, I'll be in the other office making out my report in case anybody wants me.
I'll relay the information.
Thanks. Let's see now. Accident report. Huh. Murder. Yeah, that'd be a better word for it. From Lieutenant Harbor, San Francisco Police Department to Traffic Division, August 27th, 1951. Report on the Jolly High Riders. Jolly Death Riders might be more appropriate. At approximately 8:35 p.m., August 22nd, Mr. and Mrs. Warren Milford of 3589 Glendon Drive, Berkeley, California, were driving in their 1949 sedan along the Bay Flats, approaching the ramp into the Oakland Bay Bridge. Brackets. Special note. August 22nd was the 10th anniversary of the Milfords. Warren Milford had arranged for a surprise party at his sister-in-law's home in the Marina District. And brackets. As the Milfords passed through the tunnel on the Yerba Buena Island and approached the bay half of the bridge, the traffic at that time of evening was extremely light.
I think we should have telephoned them more.
Huh? Why?
They might not be home.
Well, I'm enjoying the ride anyway. Nice night?
Yes, it is. No fog.
Clear as a bell.
Listen, Warren, I don't want you and that brother of yours to get started on that baseball. That's all the two of you ever talk about.
Gladys, what are you talking
Well,
about?
from the minute we get together, it's baseball. Seals here, seals there. You think that that's all there was in the...
Hey, look at those two cars coming this way.
Sure going awfully fast.
But they must be crazy. They're racing.
Warren, they're right in the middle of the bridge. With those hot rods piled up with a bunch of youngsters. Warren, they're not moving over.
Hey, you darn fools, get over!
Warren.
In order to avoid a head-on collision with one of the hot rods, Warren Milford swerved his car to the right, but he lost control and crashed into one of the steel beam supports of the bridge. Neither one of the hot cars involved stopped, and not one of the other passing motorists who stopped to render assistance was able to give any specific information to the officers at the scene of the accident. In view of that fact, no general alarm was spread. Results of the accident. Warren Milford was thrown clear of the crash. He miraculously only suffered cuts and bruises. His wife, Gladys, died of internal injuries in the ambulance. Warren Milford was informed of his wife's death at the receiving hospital.
Our 10th wedding anniversary. She didn't know a thing. I'm so sorry.
Mr. Milford, I'd like you to try to answer just a few questions for me.
Thing she probably thought I hadn't remembered, but I did.
I know it's hard for you, Mr. Milford. I know it's awfully hard, but do you think you'd be able to identify either one of the cars?
Cars? Oh, kids. They were just kids.
Kids?
Yeah, up for a joyride.
Could you identify any one of them if you saw them again?
No, I didn't see any faces. They weren't all boys, though. Some girls, I think. Just a bunch of jolly high riders.
And what about the cars, Mr. Milford? What kind were they?
Well, you've seen them. All over town, all the young high school kids have them. They're hot rods.
Hot rods? Could you identify just one of them?
Jolly high riders took her.
What was that?
It was in white letters on a gold background. Just for a second, I saw it.
What did you see?
The Jolly High Riders, painted on the side of one of the cars. They took her.
The Jolly High Riders?
Yes, it was white letters on a gold background.
All right, Mr. Milford. You can rest now. Sergeant?
They were kids, just young kids. They're out for a joyride.
The following morning, I assigned Detective Sergeant Boyle to locate the whereabouts of the hot rod club known as the Jolly High Riders. It was a simple matter. They were listed in one of the national hot rod magazines. The address turned out to be a cheap gymnasium located up on West Stockton. The gym was up one flight of stairs.
You look inquisitive. You
Want something?
Yeah, the Jolly High Riders. I understand they meet here.
Maybe they do.
Who's in charge?
You want a lot of information for
Yeah.
that? Uh-oh. Gendarme, huh? I should have smelled you.
Where's the club meet, mister?
I manage the gym, Gendarme. I'm the head boy. The Jolly High Riders use the back room. Over there. You see the sign? The Jolly High Riders. The club meeting room. No harm, is it?
No harm.
They got 5 charter members. 5 in the whole club.
Just 5?
Yeah. Just 5, Gendarme.
That's a big word with you.
Real big. I learned it young.
I bet you did. Who are the charter members, head boy?
What's this all about? It's a legitimate club.
I want names.
Me, Larch Brisson. That's a name for you.
Who else besides you, Lodge?
Oh, there's Mickey. Mickey Holzer from a parking garage. His girlfriend, Judy. And Wanda Lake. A sweet girl. Sweet to me all the time. And Wally. Fat Bergman, we call him. Wally, the fat boy. He's over there. Hey, look at him skip rope. He wants to lose weight. What a laugh, a gendarme. Look at him.
Don't die laughing. Come on.
Hey, take it easy, you.
Bergman?
Yeah? Oh, a gendarme, Wally. A great big gendarme. Oh, yeah? Hey, that's nice. I'm glad to know you. Yes, sir.
Wally, do you any of you boys own a hot rod?
Hot rod? Yeah, somebody owns a hot rod, gendarme.
Who?
The whole club owns a car. What do you think of that?
Wally, where were you last night about 8:30?
Last night? Where was I last night? I got such a bad memory.
You went to a meeting in that room, Wally. You went to a meeting at the club.
Oh, yeah. That's right, sir. We had a meeting.
We discussed how come somebody stole our club car. What joker stole our car with the name on the side, the Jolly High Riders? And right before the big race on Saturday. How come?
Larch Brisson was a hard boy. He managed the cheap gymnasium and lived in one of its back rooms. Walter Bergman, just out of school, lived with his family. It was Bergman who later volunteered the address of Wanda Lake and of the garage where Mickey Holzer worked. The garage supervisor told me that Mickey was downstairs working in the mechanic's shop. He was working on the frame of a car. It was a familiar frame. Mickey?
I spotted you, mister. What do you want?
Lieutenant Harbour, San Francisco Police Department. Getting ready for the race?
Maybe, maybe not.
What are those things you're working on?
I'm putting on single-acting shocks. Against the law?
No. This your car, Mickey?
Part of it. When it's finished.
Oh, that's right. You and your girlfriend, Julie, are charter members of the Jolly High Riders.
So?
Well, this must be the club car.
The new one.
Oh? What happened to the old one?
Somebody stole it. Yesterday afternoon, somebody glommed it. Can you imagine?
Why didn't you report the theft to the police?
No, because, well, you know, we thought maybe one of the other rod clubs had made a big joke on us. Right before the big race coming up Saturday.
Last night, Mickey, your old hot rod car caused a big accident on the Oakland Bay Bridge.
Oh, it's awful. It's terrible.
The driver's in the hospital.
I'm sorry.
His wife's in the city morgue. What's the matter, Mickey?
Nothing. I just hate talk like that. Talk about killing. Is it wrong to hate talk like that?
After having spoken with the 3 male members of the High Riders, I knew I had a tough one on my hands. All 3 boys were lying. It was obvious. Wanda Lake was home when I rang the doorbell of her apartment on Kearney. I took one look at her and understood why she was sweet. Police Lieutenant Harbour, Miss Lake. May I talk to you for a few minutes?
Uh-huh. Don't mind my curls, huh? Want some curl for tonight. I was just practicing to dance the gym. Come on in.
Thank you.
I'd offer you a drink, only I can't keep it in the house with Hazel around.
Hazel?
Yeah. She's my older sister. She takes care of me. Ever since my folks died. It's a laugh, huh? Taking care of me.
How old are you, Wanda?
17? Ripe old age?
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about, Lieutenant?
Oh, about the Jolly High Riders?
Hey, I'm a charter member. What do you know?
That's fine. I understand your club car was stolen yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. Ain't it dreadful?
Uh-huh. And it caused a big accident last night, Wanda.
You mean our hot rod?
That's right.
Hey, how dreadful.
Where were you last night?
2 meetings of our club at the gym. We talked all about our dance tonight.
Did you talk about anything else?
We sure did. We talked all about our club car being stolen right before the big race. Somebody stole it right off the street. Wasn't that just dreadful, Lieutenant?
Yeah, Wanda. Just dreadful. The high riders had built a solid alibi. Whichever one of them had masterminded it had done it with careful planning. We had no lead on the other hot rod involved, so I had to follow through with what I had. I had one member yet to talk to, Mickey's girlfriend, Julie. I made plans to see her the next morning, but a break in the case came sooner than I expected. It was late that same night. I was in the office going over some reports when the call came in. Lieutenant Harbour speaking.
This is Wally Burke, the fat boy lieutenant. You know Wally?
Yeah, Wally.
Listen, I'm so mad. Everybody's gone. You're going to meet again in an hour for another race.
Where, Wally?
The bridge. I'll show 'em. Meet me at the traffic island, Mr. Harbour.
I'll be there.
I'm so mad. They think they're so smart.
The straightaway onto the bridge was practically deserted when we got there. As we drew up to the curb of the traffic island, I saw that something was wrong. Lying doubled up on the grass was Wally Bergman. He had bruises and cuts all over his face and was bleeding at the mouth. And standing next to him, hands outstretched, was Mickey Holzer. Another meeting, Mickey?
Huh? Look, somebody called me. I came to meet somebody.
Save it, Mickey, save it. There's somebody who will believe you. All right, Cap, put the cuffs on him.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. William Holden in Report on the Jolly Death Riders. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Friends, the big Labor Day weekend is coming up. If you're going to drive, make certain that your car is in good condition. If it's slow and sluggish, treat your car to a checkup at your nearest authorized Autolite service station, where you will find specialists trained under Autolite supervision. Just look in the classified section of your telephone directory under the heading Automobile Electrical Service, or pay a visit to the dealer who sells your make of car. In either case, you can be sure of getting Autolite original factory parts. Remember, only Autolite original factory parts can assure you the balance, teamwork, and perfect timing built into your car's Autolite electrical system right on the assembly line. Because from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. William Holden in Elliot Lewis's production of The Jolly Death Riders, a dramatic report well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Mickey Holzer was held for assault and battery. After Bergman had been treated at the clinic, I questioned him. I got no quarters. And I knew that I'd get none from Mickey either. But nevertheless, I had him brought into my office. Mickey, you're in a bad way.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
A charge of assault and battery can be a bad thing.
You got to prove it.
Mickey, tell me who was driving the car.
You're so smart, figure it out for yourself.
No, I'm not so smart. Just trying to see that things are done right. It's the job of any police officer. I wonder if Julie will tell me, Mickey.
Ask her. Go ahead, ask her.
What about your mother?
You try everything, don't you, copper?
You're bitter, Mickey.
All right, bitter. Is that against the law, too?
I'm holding you for 48 hours, and I'm going to find that car. Go ahead. Be bitter for all 48 hours. It seems that every cop, over a long period of time, develops a sense of intuition. I was like any cop. And my intuition told me that Mickey Holzer was not the real assaulter of Wally Bergman. The following morning, I had a visitor. She was a small, graying old woman. I told her the whole story.
Not Mickey, Mr. Policeman. Oh, no, not him. He wouldn't even hurt a little thing.
Tell me, has Mickey ever gotten into any trouble before?
Oh, no. His papa died when he was only 9 years old. Mickey promised his papa he would never lie to me.
Mrs. Holzer, all I want to know is the name of the person who was driving the car that Mickey was in. If I know that person, I'll know who beat up Wally Bergman.
But Mickey refuses to tell me.
Oh, maybe I will talk to Mickey. Maybe he won't lie to me.
All right, we'll try it. Sergeant, bring in Mickey Holzer. As soon as you bring him in, I'll leave you two alone.
I have faith in my son, all the faith in the whole world. He promised his papa, he wouldn't go back on his word. Mickey is not that kind of a boy.
I believe him, Mrs. Holzer.
All right, inside, please.
Ma! Ma, what are you doing here?
Oh, my son. Oh, my son.
All right, I'll wait outside.
Doing here? Why'd you come?
I came because I have to help you, Mickey.
What? Go home. Go home. This is no place for you.
Mama should be by her son when he's in trouble.
Who called you?
Nobody called me. I came because I want to help you.
Nobody can help me. Me alone. You got no business here.
Well, I got a lot of business. Mickey, the policeman told me you are in a lot of trouble. He told me that if you would only tell him the name of the boy who was driving the car, he said if you told him that, Mickey, there would be no more trouble.
There'd be lots of trouble.
Mickey, if you vote for your mama, maybe you will for Papa. Papa loves you, Mickey.
Mark, leave.
For Papa, Mickey, for him.
Mark, get out. Get out.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Holzer.
Not even for his Papa.
I knew my break had to come from within the members of the guilty club. And Julie, Mickey's girlfriend, was my last chance for that break. She worked in a dime store on Mission Street. On her lunch hour, I asked her to walk over to the park with me. We sat down on one of the benches. I know that somebody in the club has told you not to talk, Julie. Who told you? Mickey?
Please.
All right. Can you tell me who started the High Riders, Julie? Surely you can tell me that.
Mickey went to the gym to work out. He got to know the fellas. They all talked. The club got started that way.
Who bought the hot rod?
They all pitched in. A few dollars from everybody.
Where's the car, Julie?
We all told you it was stolen.
Yes, I know you told me. But it's a lie. You're all lying for no good reason. It isn't so much what's been done, Julie. A terrible thing, yes, but we want to see that it doesn't happen again. Can you understand that? Was Mickey driving, Julie?
No, Honey,
What do you mean, Julie?
I told you what you wanted to know.
Someday when you're older, Julie, you'll understand how important this is. I know you will. You're not a bad girl, but it's up to me right now to make you understand. Young as you are.
Please, I don't want to talk about it.
It's because you're afraid.
Please, Mr. Harper.
Julie, someday you and Mickey will be man and wife. Marriage is the happiness of two people. A long time ago, this man, Warren Milford, and his wife were just like you and Mickey.
Mr. Harper.
They made the same plans. They thought the same thoughts, and in each other's arms, they felt the same feelings. And there was then no difference than there is now between you and Mickey.
Mr. Harper,
You've taken a silly pledge dictated by a person who in the cool of evening strikes down another person in death and thinks nothing about it. Do you know what a person like this is called, Julie? Do you know?
I'm afraid.
A murderer, Julie, a murderer. And if you and I let them go, it can happen again. What they did was wrong, and we don't want it to happen again. Tell me, Julie, tell me. Help Mickey.
It was Wanda. She was driving. It was a race with the flying bleeders from Oakland. On the bridge, Wanda wanted to drive, and Lord said it was all right.
And the hot rod, where is it?
I don't know. When we got back to the club, Lord said not to worry. He made up the story. He told us not to worry about the car.
All right, Julie. It's all right. The case of the Jolly High Riders was broken. I needed one last item, the car in question. I pored over every last bit of testimony by the kids. And then it hit me. The big race on Saturday. It was a hunch, and I played it. A local paper gave me the location of where the speed test trials were being held. A long, sandy stretch of beach on the west end there of the peninsula. The trials were already in progress when I got there. The two of them weren't hard to spot. They were racing in a low, cut-down blue car. The frame had looked familiar as it whizzed by me. I recognized the single shocks that Mickey had been working on.
Hey, come to the races, huh, John?
Hi.
Nice-looking rod, Larch.
Hey, the latest. 46 block, member mountain for the master cylinder, floor shift transmission. Great for drag.
And single-acting shocks.
Right.
Nice paint job. When are you going to put your club name on the side?
Soon. Right now.
Oh, sure you will. Right about here, Larch?
Hey, don't scratch that paint job with that knife.
Oh, underneath the blue. And I bet if I scratch the rest of it off...
You cockroach!
Letters J-O...
You got no right to touch me.
I played a hunch, Larch.
Yeah, you're crazy.
My hunch was that you boys couldn't resist this race.
He's lousy when the guy can't live his own life.
I'm arresting you for assault and battery, Larch. And Wanda, you for manslaughter.
Larch, we can't race.
Yeah.
That's right, Wanda. You can't race. And it may be a long time before you race again. I later found out Wally Bergman's reason for wanting to volunteer information. The boy had a crush on Wanda. She encouraged him and then laughed him off. Wanda Lake, not yet 18, will be turned over to juvenile authorities. Larch Brisson, just 21, and facing a charge of assault and battery, may have some time to think over his mistake. Actually, the only mistake he made was in trying to cover up the accident. Hot rods are not really bad things. They're not wrong. In fact, in some respects, they're healthy. For kids to take them apart and put them back together again, to see how fast they can make them run, it gives them a direction in which to toss a lot of extra energy. But there's that one important thing. Hot rods should be driven in places like that stretch of beach on the peninsula. Places set aside for them, like Muroc and the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. Not on the highways. End of report.
Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Mr. William Holden.
Autolite has again started its new suspense season with a story which demonstrates the tragic results of careless driving. And now here is a man who, as president of the National Safety Council, is vitally concerned with highway safety, Mr. Ned Dearborn.
Thank you, Mr. Wilcox. It is especially significant that Autolite chose to present Report on the Jolly Death Riders this evening, because in a few days the Labor Day weekend will start with its tragic toll of needless highway accidents. Through stories like this, along with continued efforts of outstanding companies like the Electric Autolite Company, we are making some headway in the fight against thoughtless driving. In recognition of vigorous and continued efforts of Autolite in helping to improve highway safety, it is my great pleasure as president of the National Safety Council to present for the third consecutive year the Council's Public Interest Award for Exceptional Service to Safety to Mr. Royce G. Martin, Chairman of the Board and President of the Electric Autolite Company.
Thank you, Mr. Dearborn. Safety is as much our business as making automotive, aviation, and marine products in our 28 plants from coast to coast. We will always cooperate with the rest of the great automotive industry to help make America a safe driving nation. So this Labor Day and every day, don't take chances. Make sure that your car is in proper operating condition. And then drive carefully. The life you save may be your own.
Next week on Suspense, our star will be Mr. Jeff Chandler in another story based on actual events and concerning one of the most fantastic prison breaks ever engineered. A dramatic report we call The Steel River Prison Break. In weeks to come, we shall present Miss Agnes Moorehead, Mr. Charles Lawton, and the popular young favorite, Mr. Tony Curtis. All on Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis, with music composed by Lucian Morwick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. Report on the Jolly Death Riders was written for Suspense by Richard George Petticini. Featured in tonight's cast were Jack Crucian, Sam Edwards, Kathy Lewis, Edith Ungold, Barbara Eiler, Joseph Kearns, and Eddie Firestone. Portions of this program were transcribed.
William Holden will soon be seen in Paramount Pictures' Submarine Command, starring William Holden and William Bendix.
And remember, next week on Suspense, Mr. Jeff Chandler in another story based on actual events. A dramatic report we call The Steel River Prison Break.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers wish you all a happy, safe Labor Day weekend. Good driving, good night, and remember, you're always right with Autolite.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
A murderer is a psychopathic individual. He has a screw loose. His mind is some of his marbles. No rational, sane person deliberately sets out to kill another human being, or himself for that matter, excepting under one special condition: when he gets behind the wheel of an automobile. Then all the rules of human behavior are rescinded. Anything can happen, and with tragic frequency, does. The mild-mannered Mr. Milquetoast becomes an angel of death. Astride his 350 horses, he ranges the highways of the nation with the murderous vengeance of a latter-day Genghis Khan. He cannot be persuaded. He cannot be reasoned with. His headlong rush to destruction, his own or anyone else that might be in his path, is only somewhat deterred by the highway patrolmen who daily risk their lives in the ceaseless struggle against murder on wheels. Of such elements is constructed the story you are about to hear. It is a moral tale, but a chilling one. Listen. Listen, then, as Everett Sloane stars in Speed Trap, which begins in exactly 1 minute.
How can heroism be acknowledged and symbolized? Recognition of outstanding heroism takes the form of America's supreme military decoration, the Medal of Honor. It is awarded to those members of the United States Armed Forces who distinguish themselves conspicuously by gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of life, above and beyond the call of duty, in action involving actual conflict with an enemy. For recipients in the Army and Air Force, the medal is a gold-finished bronze star with the head of the ancient goddess Minerva in the center. A laurel wreath in green enamel surrounds the five-pointed star, which is suspended by 2 links from a bar bearing the inscription Valor, and surmounted by an eagle with wings outstretched. The ribbon pad directly above is light blue, with 13 white stars arranged in the form of a triple chevron. The President of the United States is the only government official authorized to present the Medal of Honor. The award is made by the Commander-in-Chief in the name of Congress, thus accounting for why this highly esteemed decoration is sometimes incorrectly referred to as the Congressional Medal of Honor. Only a very small number of the many millions of U.S. Armed Forces personnel, past and present, have been presented this great symbol of courage to which free men can aspire, the Medal of Honor.
And now, Speed Trap, starring Everett Sloane. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Sometimes it takes you years to get to know a guy. Sometimes on the highway patrol, you learn all about a man in 10 minutes. Like the night Craig Hollister checked me out on my new beat.
Now, there's a soft shoulder here, right?
I didn't answer him. I was too busy sweating the grade. The wheel was easy in my hands. Too easy, like it always is on a slick highway. My headlights caught the rain and sleet slanting down from the pass. Hollister wiped the mist off the windshield. I thought of loosening my collar, but I didn't want to make a bad impression on him. I knew he was a good patrolman. They'd told me at headquarters. Well, good patrolmen go by the book. I wiped my hands one at a time and changed my grip on the wheel.
There's a curve coming up.
I don't see why they need us on this road. A driver'd be nuts to go over 30.
People speed anywhere. This turn's called the Corkscrew. It's awful slick in the rain. I found 4 kids here in a station wagon after the last storm. What was left of them, anyway.
Well, brother, I'll take this one in second.
There's another rough curve coming up. We've had 3 fatalities here this winter.
I don't know if I'm going to like this, Pete.
That isn't bad. Once you get used to the blood.
You say you actually catch speeders on this highway?
Yeah, that's how I met my wife. She was speeding along here. Oh, that reminds me. Dispatcher, this is 3022.
Go ahead, Craig.
Say, Joe, will you call Debbie and tell her to pick me up at headquarters?
Okay. You better get down here before she does. A doll like her isn't safe around me.
You old relic, she could break your arm. Joe.
Yeah?
It's awful slick up here. Tell her to take it easy on the grade, will you?
10-4 and out.
Well, this was pretty good. You wanted your wife to meet you. You gave the dispatcher a call on the radio. That was something they hadn't taught me at the police academy.
I sure hope she doesn't try to break any records. Not tonight.
You say you caught her speeding on this stretch?
Yeah. She was roaring down the grade with her car full of summer tourists. All of them tanked to the eyeballs.
Including your wife?
Well, I thought so. I wrote it up that way.
Yeah, then what happened?
Now, the judge thought otherwise. Debbie cried, and her father had just given the county a new library, so the judge decided that she'd never had a drink in her life. There wasn't a dry eye in the courthouse.
And you married her?
Yeah, the best thing I ever did. I think.
You think?
Oh, today was our anniversary. I couldn't even spend it with her. She's been up there on the mountain alone all day.
That's tough.
And this beat's kind of lonely for a woman. Debbie says she doesn't mind, but I think she's bored. Well, here's a good spot. Pull over.
Pull over?
Yeah, we'll wait here and follow her down.
Well, why?
Well, sometimes she still drives this grade too fast, all right? With us in back of her, she'll take it easy.
So I pulled over, of course. I was tired. I was trying to get my own wife moved into our cabin, but the man said pull over and wait, so I pulled over and waited. I lit a cigarette. In the flare of my match, I could see he was squinting up the road. This joker was worried about something. He caught me looking and seemed kind of ashamed.
What? She'll be along in a minute.
Sure, no hurry. But, you can't follow her everywhere, you know.
Look, Art, I'm getting a transfer, and Debbie and I'll be out of these mountains in a week. It's slick tonight, so it's okay with you, partner.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
Hey, what the...
What's the matter?
Look at those headlights up there.
I twisted around in my seat. Half a mile up the grade, a pair of headlights stabbed over the cliff, seemed to hang there. Hollister gripped my shoulder. The light straightened suddenly and got brighter and brighter. The guy was practically flying.
Holy smoke!
Hollister was big. He didn't look like he could move very fast, but he was nothing but a blur jumping out of the patrol car. He was around the hood and swinging a flashlight in circles before I could even turn on my red light. The crazy headlights seemed to reach out at him.
Hey, you crazy!
Wait! Hey, you okay, Hollister?
Yeah. Well, let's take him.
Holy cow, I thought you'd had it.
Close, but no cigar. He must be plastered. You get his tag, the lights blinded me.
No, I could just see it was a black sports car, that's all. Looked like a Jag.
A Jag?
Yeah. Aren't you going to call the dispatcher?
No. Pappy ought to be parked near a halfway house. A Jag, huh? Hello, 2429. This is 3022.
It was a Jag, all right. And I'd caught a flash of the driver. It was a woman driver, young, blonde, with a crazy grin on her face. I felt sick. I'd picked up the pieces after a few wrecks down in the valley.
Go ahead, Craig.
It's bad enough when it's a man, but a young girl.
3022. Pappy, we're after a possible 502, 3 miles north of halfway house. He just about ran me down. Now be careful, huh?
I'll try to take him. 10-4.
Her, not him.
Make this curve tight, Art. What'd you say?
That driver. It's a woman.
A woman?
I think so.
Oh. After this curve, you can cut loose for about 800 yards, then try to get me close enough to spotlight her license.
Hang on, partner.
Holy smoke! Be careful!
Can you get the number?
Oh, the plate's covered with mud. She must have dragged a wheel on the shoulder.
Maybe on the next stretch I can try again.
No, we don't need the number.
What do you mean?
Well, you saw the car, a black Jag, you said.
Yeah.
A girl driving, you said?
Yeah, why?
Well, that's got to be Debbie's car. It's got to be my wife.
a moment, we continue with the second act of Suspense.
Another visit with Joe and Daphne Forsythe.
Joe? Joe? Joe, stop reading that paper and talk to me.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Well, I was talking to Mrs. Snyder today. You know, she's the one whose boy had 31% less cavities.
Uh-huh.
Well, she thinks that we should buy bigger savings bonds.
Uh-huh.
She says that when people can afford it, it makes more sense. Oh, she says there are a lot of different denominations. They start at $25, but then there are $50, $100, $200, and even $500 bonds.
Is that so?
And then with the ones we've already bought through the payroll savings plan, we'd have quite a nest egg.
Uh-huh.
Are you listening to me?
Uh-huh.
Did you know that the total accumulated compounded semi-annual interest of the Series E savings bond will amount to 93 1/3% of the original purchasing price?
Uh-huh.
I thought so. Joe, what did I say?
You said that United States savings bonds are a safe, easy way of investing.
I did.
That they help guard our country's freedom.
And?
They're the best investment in America's future.
I said something else, too.
Oh, yeah. You said that the total accumulated compounded semi-annual interest of the Series E savings bond will amount to 93 1/3% of the original purchase price.
Well, now, how did you do that?
Husband's trade secret.
And now, starring Everett Sloane, Act 2 of Speed Trap.
I stared at the guy beside me in the patrol car, then whipped my eyes back to the slick mountain road. So you think that's your wife?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, look, there are probably 100 Jags on the highway tonight. Why does this have to be your wife?
You wouldn't know, and I haven't got time to tell you.
Well, why would she try to run you down?
She doesn't know what she's doing, Art.
What do you mean?
She's fried. She wanted me to take her out tonight, but I had to show you the road, so we had a fight. She must have sat around and got plastered, I guess. Well, she's gonna roll that thing, and that'll be it.
Are you sure it's
Yes,
her?
I'm sure. I can see it coming, alone in that house every day. That's why I put in for the transfer. But now it'll be too late. Art, we've got to catch her. Try to get her before Myers Curve.
Well, I'm doing my best. But these sports cars, that Jag's like it was glued to the road.
No, it isn't glued to the road. It'll roll just like the rest of them. It'll roll.
You want me to try to take her again?
No, not here, Art, not here. If she speeds up anymore, she hasn't got a prayer on Myers Curve. Just hang back and don't press her.
Then he did something that wasn't in the books. He reached over and cut our growler, and he flicked off the red light. I started to turn it back on and felt his hand on my wrist.
No, leave it off. Maybe we're scaring her. Art, if she doesn't slow down, she'll never make it.
Then she started her turn on Myers Curve, and it was easy to see she wouldn't make it. It's the roughest turn on the grade, and a 100-foot drop to the riverbed below. The taillights hesitated for a second like they were making up their minds whether to run into the hill or over the side. The car slid sideways, rear toward the river. She was going over backwards.
No, baby, please.
I took my foot off the gas. Out of the tail of my eye, I saw Hollister cover his face. And then I was fighting to stay on the road myself. Suddenly, the miracle happened. She'd made it. Now we had to do it.
Nice going, Art, nice going. 2429. This is 3022. We're a mile north, still unable to catch the 502. She's doing about 75. Now, I suggest you start up and we'll try to box her, but be careful of her.
This is 2429. Did you say her?
Yeah, it's a woman.
I'm up to 65. Is she slowing down?
No, she's swinging left. She's wild, Pappy. Be careful.
10-4.
No, she's swinging right, Pappy. Let her by! Let her by!
Let her by? How are you going to make an old-time patrolman let a drunk pass him on the road? No, Pappy tried to fight it. He tried to ease her onto the shoulder. For a second, I thought he had her, but the convertible lurched back. The two sets of taillights got closer, and then Pappy was off the road, over the shoulder, bouncing and rolling down the embankment. I eased my foot off the accelerator, praying that it wasn't as bad as it looked.
What are you doing?
I'm going back for Pappy.
Well, what about her?
Call the dispatcher. They'll stop her if she doesn't go off the road first.
Stay on her tail.
What, are you off your rocker? They'll stop her.
That's my wife, and I don't want her killed. Now stay on her tail.
But what about Pappy?
I said stay with her. I'm still running this beat.
Yeah, but Pappy...
Dispatcher. Joe, this is 3022, a mile south of Halfway House. That 502 just ran Pappy off the road. Send an ambulance. We're staying on her tail.
This isn't Joe. This is Sergeant Capehart. I'm setting up a roadblock outside of headquarters, and she won't get through it. Go back and help Pappy.
What kind of a roadblock?
The works.
You aren't shooting at a woman.
If she tries to run this block, we'll shoot at her. Now you get back to Pappy.
Sarge, that girl...
Don't you worry about the girl. I'll take care of her. Get back to Pappy.
But that's Debbie, Sarge. That's my wife.
Sorry, Hollister. She just run my best man off the road, and you said she almost hit you. Now, there's trucks and cars coming up the lower grade, and she'll hit one of them if we don't stop her. So we'll stop her if we have to blast her off the road.
In just a moment, we continue with the third act of Suspense.
We have, together, ample capacity and freedom to defend freedom. This is NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Very simply, NATO is an organization of free countries which have learned to live together and to work together in the firm conviction that their fundamental unity and combined strength are indispensable to their individual security and the peace of the world. The United States of America is a part of NATO. You should be aware of and alert to the objectives and programs of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
And now, starring Everett Sloane, Act 3 of Speed Trap.
I felt sorry for the man beside me. I knew what was happening outside headquarters. A couple of patrol cars rolling into position, spotlights pointed up the grade, the guys drawing automatic rifles and maybe shotguns, flares set out further up the hill, a reception committee for Craig Hollister's wife. Not what he'd planned when he'd asked her to meet him at headquarters. But there was nothing I could do. I slowed down carefully.
Keep going.
You heard the sergeant. Pappy might be bleeding to death.
He's only a quarter of a mile from Halfway House. They can do as much for him as we can. Now, you stay on her tail.
Craig, I can't. They'll suspend me.
Art, don't make me pull my gun on you. Now, watch this next curve.
But what can we do? We can't stop her.
If she tries to run the barricade, they'll blow her apart.
If she... Hang on. If she doesn't slow down, she won't even get to the barricade.
Turn off your lights.
Turn off my lights?
That's right. When she doesn't see us, she slows down a little.
Well, how am I going to see?
Use her lights.
Her lights. Fine. Great. But what if there was something coming up the grade? I wondered if Hollister had gone nuts. He was peering ahead. He seemed to have got hold of himself. I didn't really think he'd pull a gun on me, but suddenly I knew I'd go along with whatever he was trying to do. I flicked off the lights. It seemed to help. The car ahead lost some of its crazy fear.
Now you're gaining. Okay, use this stretch here. Oh, Debbie, baby, watch out, watch out.
We're gaining, but if she makes this turn, she's only got a mile to the barricade.
Is that a car coming?
Oh, it's a truck.
Oh, Debbie, please, get over, get over.
She won't make it. She won't.
Watch out. Get your lights on. Okay, now catch her.
Hey, you gonna shoot her yourself?
I hope not. I hope not. Look, you have to get closer. I'll never do it from here.
Closer, the man said. I was already pushing 80, and the range was still too far unless he was aiming for a lucky hit or an unlucky one.
You gotta catch her by that stretch in front of headquarters.
Right. If he was going to shoot out a tire, it would have to be there, the only level shoulder on the grade. But that was where the barricade was. Well, we just have to get her this side of it. Hollister rolled down the window, and I felt a spray of rain on my face. And suddenly I saw the barricade spotlights.
She's slowing any?
Nah, putting on speed.
Well, I can't wait any longer.
The range was just too great. It had to be her left rear tire. If she went off the other way, she'd be killed. But she was just too far away. Suddenly, not really wanting to, I jammed down the accelerator. The rear end swayed and lurched. My hands were sweaty with fear.
Thanks, Art.
And that did it. The convertible began to turn, hesitated, and headed for the shoulder. It leaped when it hit the dirt, half-turned.
Debbie!
I skidded all the way through the roadblock. The guys from the barricade beat us back to the crash. But it was just as well, because without help, I'd never have been able to keep Hollister from the ruined convertible.
Will you let me let it out? Will you cool off, Hollister? Wait till we get her out. The doc's coming now.
But I killed her. I killed her.
No, we don't know yet. Here's the ambulance. Doc? Doc, she's right down there. And how's Pappy?
Broke her leg.
Oh.
That's the car that ran him off the road?
Yeah, that's it.
A patrolman and an ambulance driver set a litter by the ambulance. 2 other guys had Craig in their patrol car trying to calm him down. The girl was hurt bad, but she was alive. I started back to the patrol car and stepped back to let a convertible pull off onto the shoulder. A girl got out, a pretty girl, and I thought of the kid by the ambulance who would never be pretty again. Then I felt the sergeant's hand on my arm. He was staring at her.
Mrs. Hollister.
Yes, Sergeant. What happened? Where's Craig?
Well, he thought...
Oh, look. Oh, the poor thing. She's just a kid.
Yeah, but she figured she was old enough to get fried to the gills and make that grade on a rainy night. Your husband saved her life.
How?
Oh, he and Art here almost broke their necks catching her. I'd have blasted her to pieces.
Where's Craig? Is he all right?
Debbie! Oh, Debbie! Oh, Debbie, honey.
What's the matter, darling?
Oh, Debbie, it wasn't you. I thought that...
skip it, Hollister.
No. Oh, no. Debbie, you ought to know. I want you to. Debbie, I thought the girl was you.
Me? Why me?
Well, it was the same kind of a car and the speed.
Oh, I see. And it could have been me, couldn't it?
A long time ago, maybe, honey. A long time ago.
Well, his arm was around her when they walked away, and Craig Hollister had a kind of thoughtful look in his eye. I turned back to the sergeant.
Oh, you okay, kid?
Oh, sure. Say, Sergeant.
Yeah?
About us not going back for Pappy, I was driving, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess I should have...
Forget it. You learn anything tonight?
Yeah. I learned a lot. And, Sergeant, you know what?
What?
I think Hollister did, too.
Suspense, in which Everett Sloane starred in William N. Robeson's production of Speed Trap by Hank Searles. Supporting Mr. Sloane in Speed Trap were Ellen Morgan, William Conrad, Jack Crucian, and Lawrence Dobkin. Listen. Listen again next week when we return with another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Suspense has been brought to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Autolite and its 96,000 dealers present Suspense. Tonight, Autolite brings you a story of love and hate. A story we call Three Lethal Words, starring Miss Joan Crawford.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Why, it's Oscar Otto, the loquacious limousine.
It's me, all right, Harlow. Ready for the good driving days ahead.
With an Autolite Stay Full battery, the famous battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
I wouldn't leave the garage without one.
Don't blame you, Oscar. Why, that tried, true, and trusty Autolite Stay Full battery has over 3 times the liquid protection of batteries without Stay Full features. That's why the Autolite Stay Full needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use.
And it packs a kick that starts me quick as a prick.
And here's another advantage, Oscar. It has fiberglass retaining mats protecting every positive plate to prevent shedding and flaking and keep the power-producing materials in place. That's why the Autolite Stay Full gives longer life, as proved by tests conducted according to accepted life cycle standards.
Keep going, Mr. Wilcox. Battery flattery won't hurt that rugged Autolite Stay Full.
So, friends, see your neighborhood Autolite battery dealer and ask him for an Autolite Stay Full battery. The battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Your Autolite man is equipped to give you the best in battery service. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, with 3 lethal words and the transcribed performance of Miss Joan Crawford, Autolite hopes once again to keep you in suspense.
Mr. Lewis, Miss Winters to see you. Miss Jane Winters.
Jane Winters? Jane Winters? Are you sure she said...
Philip, darling.
Jane? Oh, Jane,
I told him downstairs at the desk. I said, you must be mistaken. It can't be Philip Lewis. He's just a story analyst. They said, no, he's head of the studio story department now. And I just couldn't believe it. Because I've always remembered you as just a reader. One who used to make the most devastating criticisms of the scripts I wrote before I got sick. I've been ill, you know. Did you know I've been ill? But everything's all right now.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Sit down, won't you, Jane?
Thank you. Oh, I'm exhausted. I've been shopping all afternoon. I've been buying supplies for my hobby, you know. I do etchings now. Do you know what's in this bottle? Acid. Nitric acid. Eats away the steel plates, you know. Amazingly powerful. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm here. I was buying this, and I got an idea for a story. I'd like to tell it to you if you have a minute.
Why, of course, Jane. Oh, Grace, if anyone calls, I'm out.
Yes, Mr. Lewis.
And tell Johnny Elman... no, wait a minute. I'll write it down for you.
Last time I was here, Leo Burns was head of the story department.
Oh, he's producing now.
Oh?
Doing very well at Universal.
So many changes.
Here, Grace, right away.
Yes, so many changes.
Cigarette?
Thanks. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Philip?
Yes. You're looking well, Jane.
I'm feeling all right now. I don't want to talk about me. I want to tell you this idea. It's all worked out in my mind, except the end. I don't like the end. But, well, anyway, we open in the living room of a rather nice little house in the hills above the strip. I don't know if you were ever in the place I once had up there. Anyway, a place like that. It's around 2 a.m, and there's this girl pacing back and forth in this living room. Call her Sally. Sally Summers. She's smoking a cigarette, quick, nervous puffs. Abruptly, she flips the cigarette into the fireplace, hesitates a moment, and then picks up the phone. Sally's a screenwriter, not a bad person. If you knew her, really knew her, you'd see she's not a bad person. All she wants is a little affection, a little love. That's all she wants. She's a screenwriter, and she's 43 years old, and she's married to an actor, and he's 19 years younger than she is. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's all alone.
Hello, Macumbo.
Macumbo? Is Chris Summers there? Christopher Summers?
One moment, please. I'll see.
43 isn't very old. She's always taken care of herself. Looks ages younger than that. She and Chris have been married almost a year, and her whole life is wrapped up in the boy, and it's been fine till recently. Recently, it hasn't been so fine.
Hello?
Chris, where have you been? I've been worried sick.
No, I'm sorry. Mr. Summers isn't here.
Not there? Oh, thank you. She's phoned everywhere. She can't find him. It's getting later and later. And there she is in this empty house above the silent, sleeping city, and she's ready to scream. And she hears his key in the lock.
Oh, you still up?
Chris, where have you been? I just about decided to call the hospitals and the police. Where have you been?
I don't know, here and there. You shouldn't have waited up.
But it's almost 3. I thought I didn't know what to think. I said to myself, was he in an accident at the studio? But I phoned and they said, no, you'd checked out when they finished shooting at 6.
I've been driving around. I drove out to the beach and then I went for a walk.
Have you eaten, darling? Would you like something to eat? Or maybe a drink?
Don't fuss over me, Sally. That's all I ask. Please don't fuss over me like a mother hen.
I like to fuss over you. Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing the mother hen bit. But you might have phoned me.
I didn't feel like talking to anybody. Not anybody.
Chris, what happened at the studio today?
What difference does it make?
Tell me. You're letting it all out on me, and it's not fair. I have a right to be told.
All right, I'll tell you. One of the grips had a valise full of greeting cards he was peddling. Greeting cards for Mother's Day. And Harry Minch was on the set, and you know what a kid a Harry is. And he bought one for his mother, and then he turned to me.
I don't want to hear it.
You'll hear it anyway. He turned to me, and he said, Chris, these Mother's Day cards are beautiful.
I said I didn't want to hear it.
They're beautiful, he said. Why don't you send one to Sally? And that's not all.
I won't listen.
Take your hands away from your ears.
Let me go.
You're going to listen.
Chris.
I've been getting these dirty digs since we first started seeing each other. Last summer. I was doing a scene with Ada Field last summer, and someone asked me if I'd seen Sunset Boulevard, and Ada yelled, seen it? He's living it.
Oh. Please. Please, no more. Please.
So now you know.
Chris. Look, we knew it wasn't going to be easy.
There's knowing, and then there's knowing. Leaving the lot this evening, I ran into Harley Juke, and I braced him. How much longer am I going to be kept in small parts? I said, how much longer am I going to play third man in the posse and G-Mom? What's for dinner? He said, how can you be built into love's young dream for the Bobby Soxers while you're married to someone twice your age? Get wise, kid, he said, get wise. That was 7-8 hours ago. Since then, I've got wise.
You what?
I'm leaving you.
Chris, no. No. Chris, listen to me. It's not a perfect marriage. All right, so it's not a perfect marriage, but it's the only marriage we have, and you try to make it work. For better or worse. That's what he said, for better or worse.
I'm leaving. That's what I came back to say. Goodbye, Sally.
Chris, no, I love you. You're all I have.
That's your problem. I've got my own.
Chris, I won't let you.
Get out of my way.
Chris, I won't let you.
Get out of my way.
No! Chris! Ever play with a kaleidoscope when you were a kid, Philip? Little doohickey filled with colored beads and stones. You put it to your eye and you see a wonderful pattern. You turn it a bit and you see a new pattern. Same stones, same beads. But now they make a new pattern. Love changes to hate just like that. Sally looks about the room after Chris leaves. Her gaze falls upon a little ceramic dog he bought for her on their honeymoon in Mexico. And suddenly, she seizes it. And the lamps they bought at auction. At antique shops. One by one in the coffee table. The hat table. The easy chair. The love seat. All the books on the shelf. Ice cream pictures on the walls. And in the morning, when her maid comes in, Miss Summers? I'll destroy him. Miss Summers, honey? I'll destroy him. I'll destroy him. I'll destroy him. Hello? Hello, Dr. Corby's office? I'll destroy him. This is Miss Summers' maid. Let me speak to the doctor. I'll destroy destroy him. That's all she says for a long time to come. Just those 3 words. Maybe that ought to be the title. 3 lethal words. A pun, you know. Now, the next part of the story is confused to me. It's not clear in my mind at all. There are doctors in it and people whispering to each other and looking at Sally and a long automobile ride ending at a gate. She's taken to an asylum, a large, sprawling place like a country club with guards. And they start to put her together again. They're very kind and patient and good at their jobs. And they put all the pieces in place. All except one. She hides that one from her because there's something she has to do. One night while playing canasta with one of the nurses in her room, she starts to do it.
Care to play another hand, Sally?
No time for you to go off duty.
Oh, it's another half hour.
Deal.
Okay.
Going to town?
Mm-hmm.
Got a date?
Uh-huh. Square dance. Got a new dress I'm going to wear.
Nice?
Oh, I'd show it to you, but it's my valise. My valise is in the car.
Change at your sister's house, huh?
Uh-huh. 15. Where are you going?
To get a hanky.
Huh.
They're very careful at the asylum. There's nothing you can use as a weapon. But the bureau in your room has 3 drawers, and you pull out one of the drawers all the way and raise it above your head and get behind the nurse while her back is turned and she's looking at the cards. And then you carry her to the bed and take off her uniform and put it on yourself and cover her with the blankets. Then down the corridor and down the steps and across the lawn to the parking lot. There's only one bad moment at the gate. But all the man at the gate can see is your white uniform in the dark, and he knows the car. So you just wave to him, and he opens the gate, and you drive through. And once through, you step on the gas, and you're free. Free!
Jane.
What?
Sit down, Jane.
I got carried away. Where was I?
Sally was driving away from the asylum. Have a cigarette.
She's driving? Oh, yes. As she drives through the darkness toward Hollywood, she's filled with a terrible eagerness. You see, she knows exactly what she's going to do. She's not going to kill Chris. Oh, no. Oh, that's too good for him. He's got to be destroyed. But it's no good if he's not alive to appreciate that. He's got to know he's been destroyed and go on knowing it. So she's decided to change that handsome face of his. Turn it into a scarred and pitted monstrosity. Something that will never, never again face a camera, nor attract a woman, nor cease to remind him that once there was a wife named Sally, who loved him so much. She reaches Hollywood at dawn. Then she abandons the car on a side street and walks until she passes a shop selling artist supplies.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm doing some etching, and I
need some plates? Got some fine copper plates.
No, I have enough plates. I'm out of acid, though. What mordants do you have?
Let me see. Got some Dutch. Got the iron perchloride. Got the nitric. That's best.
I'll take a bottle.
I don't seem to have it diluted.
I'll take it full strength.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I don't suppose I have to warn you to be careful about handling
No, I'll be very careful. Here you are.
Thank you. Doing landscapes?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm doing a portrait. Portrait of a man. From life. And there she was, out in the street with a bottle in her hand. A bottle just like this one, Philip. She's been a writer, and she's known the joy of creation. But it can't compare to the exaltation she feels now. Now as she goes forth to experience the joy of destruction. I'll destroy him, she says. I'll destroy him. I'll destroy him.
Autolite is bringing you Miss Joan Crawford in 3 Lethal Words. Tonight's production in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Ready for Easter, Oscar Otto?
Sure am, Mr. Wilcox. With an Autolite Stay Full battery under my hood, I'll be the jauntiest jitney in the parade.
Well, you can't miss if you've got the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use, Oscar. Why, that Autolite Stay Full has over 3 times the liquid reserve of batteries without Stay Full features.
And it has those great fiberglass retaining mats.
It sure has, Oscar, and they prevent shedding and flaking and keep the power-producing materials in place.
That's why the Autolite Stay Full gives longer life, as proved by tests conducted according to accepted life cycle standards, Mr. Wilcox.
And you're not just banging your hubcaps, Junior. So, friends, see your Autolite battery dealer for your Autolite Stay Full, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. And remember, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Miss Joan Crawford in Elliot Lewis's production of 3 Lethal Words, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Sitting here talking to you. It's like old times, isn't it, Chris?
Philip,
What?
you just called me Chris, the name of the young actor in your story. You called me Chris instead of Philip.
Philip? Oh, yes, it's Philip, isn't it? For a moment,
Jane, why don't you put the bottle down on the desk?
Why?
Well, just put it down on the desk, huh?
Why should I?
Well, you might accidentally spill some, gesturing with it in your hand, and it does contain a powerful acid.
Don't you think I know that? Do you think I'm irresponsible or something?
Oh, no, of course.
I don't think I care for your attitude, my young friend. What makes you think I can be spoken to like that? What makes you think you can treat me like this, Chris? What makes you think you can get away with it? You listen to me, Chris.
Philip, Jane, not Chris. Philip. Chris is the young man in your story. Now, go on with your story, Jane. Yes, I'm enjoying it.
Story?
Yes. Sally Summers had just left the shop with a bottle of nitric acid in her hand. What did she do then?
You really enjoy it, don't you? It is rather good, isn't it? Except the end. I don't like the end. It's not the end I want. That is she, Sally, sets out to locate Chris. She enters a drugstore, goes into a phone booth.
Hollywood 95264.
Hello. This is Mr. Summers' housekeeper. Is it possible for me to speak to Mr. Summers, Christopher Summers?
One moment, please. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Summers is with the Lucifer Lab Unit. They're shooting out on the back lot today. I can't put you through to them. Care to leave a message?
No. It can wait. Thank you.
Sure you don't want to come in for a drink, huh?
Oh, no, I want to shower first. Chris, is there any word on her?
No, not worried, are you?
Not for myself, no.
Well, you don't have to worry about me.
Chris.
Now go shower. I'll pick you up for dinner. Where are we going tonight?
Zelda and Charlie expect us at their place. Chris.
Now, don't look so worried. It's all right, I tell you. I'll see you soon.
Hello, Chris.
Sally.
Long time no see.
Well, Sally,
Sit down, Chris. Sit down.
Well, how are you, Sally?
I want to look at you. I'd almost forgotten how good-looking you are. You really are, you know. How's the career? The career, how goes it?
Oh, all right, I guess. Sally...
Are they sawing you?
Beginning with this one. Sally...
Good. Are you happy? No more dirty digs?
I'm happy, I guess.
This the picture of the lucky girl? She's lovely. So young. I'm very pleased, Chris. It's just the way I wanted you for the moment. Successful, happy, in love.
Sally, I want you to know I never meant to play the heavy in your life.
I know.
Don't think I never felt badly about everything.
I know.
Words aren't much good, but I want you to know I didn't mean for you to be hurt.
I know.
And if there's anything I can do for you...
There's one thing you can do for me.
Just name it.
Look at me. Take a good, long look at my face.
Why?
Because I want it to be the last thing you're ever going to see! That night, back at the asylum, she enjoys the first untroubled night's rest she's had in a long time. No sedatives, no wet packs, nothing. She just sleeps. And after that, she gives them the part of herself that she's kept hidden. And now they have a real chance to make her whole and well again. But it takes time. 2 years, 3 years, 4. And one day they tell her she's as well as they can possibly make her and fit to leave. If she avoids strain, avoids shocks, remembers all that she has learned about herself, there's no reason why she cannot go out and make a place for herself in the outside world. One evening, shortly after they tell her that, she finds herself in the reception office, valise packed, waiting for the car that will take her away. Her doctor is with her, saying goodbye, and there's a small radio in one corner playing a waltz.
Write to me occasionally. I want to hear from you.
I'll keep in touch.
And if you ever wish to see me...
I won't hesitate.
I think I hear your car coming now. Yes. Goodbye, Sally.
Goodbye, Doctor. Break any rules if I kiss you?
After this long a friendship, don't be silly.
Thank you.
Now, the moment for which you have all been waiting. The announcement of the winner of this year's Blaisdell Prize.
Any chance of your ever winning the Blaisdell Prize?
I've been planning to write the great American novel for some time.
And so, without further ado, our guest of honor and the recipient of this year's Blaisdell Prize for the best American novel.
Ready, Sally.
Wait a minute. I just want to hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take great pride in introducing to you Mr. Christopher Summers.
Sally.
Thank you. The pathway leading to literary life is a rocky one, and in my own case, a sunless one. And were it not for my Lisa and her helping hand, I doubt that I should ever have found it. Some years ago, my sight and my career in an entirely different field of endeavor were destroyed.
Sally.
That moment...
Nurse, turn her off. Sally. Sally, listen to me. Sally. Sally.
But she couldn't stop laughing. For all I know, the car that came to fetch her is still waiting. Isn't that funny? Isn't that the funniest thing you've ever heard? I don't know why I'm laughing. Because it's really sad in a way. Really awfully sad in a way. Sit down, Chris. Sit down.
Not Chris, Jane. Philip. Philip.
I want to look at you. I'd almost forgotten how good-looking you are. You really are, you know. How's the career? The career, how goes it?
Jane, listen to me.
Are they sorry you?
I'm not Chris, Jane. I'm Philip. Philip Lewis.
Are you happy? No more dirty digs?
Jane, I want you to listen to me. Listen to me very carefully.
This the picture of the lucky girl? She's lovely. So young. I'm very pleased, Chris. It's just the way I wanted you for this moment. Successful, happy, in love.
Jane, sit down. You're not well, Jane. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know.
You're sure you understand?
I know.
I'm your friend. You and I have been friends for a long time, and...
I know.
Jane, let me have that bottle like a good girl.
There's one thing you can do for me.
Jane, the bottle. Let me have it.
Jane, don't open it.
Look at me. Take a good long look at my face.
Jane.
Because I want it to be the last thing
I'll take that, Jane. Thank you. Now give me the cap. Give it to me, Jane. There we are.
Doctor?
Yes, it's all right, Jane. I'm here.
Nobody loves me.
No, it's all right, Jane.
Nobody in the whole world.
Are you all right?
I think so.
I'm sorry about this. It's the second time in 6 years she slipped away.
Mind if I sit down?
I expect you're going into shock. Do you feel cold?
She wanted to sell me a story.
Yes, I know. She writes it down over and over again. Paints it when we give her paints. Why did she come to you? Any idea?
Yes, I knew her in the old days.
Oh? Are you a writer, too?
No, I'm head of the story department here. Find stories to make into movies, you know.
Oh, that must be very interesting work.
It has its moments. Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Miss Joan Crawford.
If all the cars could talk like me, we'd all run really right. 'Cause the request of every car would be, give me Autolite.
And they couldn't ask for better, Oscar Auto, because Autolite makes over 400 fine products for cars, trucks, planes, and boats in 28 plants from coast to coast. These include complete ignition systems used as original factory equipment on many leading makes of our finest cars. Generators, coils, distributors, electric windshield wipers, voltage regulators, wire and cable, starting motors, and many more. They're all engineered to fit together perfectly, work together perfectly, because they're all part of the Autolite team. So, friends, don't accept electrical parts supposed to be as good. Ask for and insist on Autolite original factory parts at your neighborhood service station, car dealer, garage, or repair shop. Remember, you're always right with Autolite.
Next week on Suspense, our star will be Mr. Jack Carson in Death Pitch. And on April 5th, you will hear in his first appearance on this program, and only dramatic appearance of the season, America's favorite comedian, Mr. Jack Benny. Following Mr. Benny, you will hear such famous stars as Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz and James Stewart, all on Suspense.
Suspense is produced and directed by Elliot Lewis, with music composed by Lucien Moraweck and conducted by Lud Gluskin. 3 Lethal Words was adapted for Suspense by Walter Newman from a story by Charles Bean. Portions of this program were transcribed. In tonight's play, Hy Averback was heard as Chris and Joseph Kearns as Philip. Others in the cast were Ted DeCorsia, Lillian Wyeth, Don Diamond, Lee Benaderet, and Sylvia Sims. Joan Crawford will soon be seen in the Warner Brothers production, Goodbye, My Fancy.
And remember, next week on Suspense, Mr. Jack Carson, as a man who talked to death all those who stood in the way of what he wanted. A story we call Death Pitch.
You can buy Autolite Stay-Full batteries, Autolite resistor-type or standard-type spark plugs, Autolite electrical parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
Man proposes, but God disposes. Always, always the question yet to be solved, the horizon yet to be reached, beyond which ever and ever there are further horizons and never the answer to the question. Was the wealth of the distant Indies lying beyond the curve of the earth the answer to the Spain of Ferdinand and Isabella? Was Sutter's gold lying beyond the high and forbidding western mountains the answer to the America of 100 years ago? Is the shiny electronic basketball, the soon-to-be-launched satellite, the answer to mid-century man who proposes without consulting him who disposes? We do not know, nor do we presume to guess. But we do make so bold as to give you pause for thought. Listen, then, listen, as Frank Lovejoy stars in The Outer Limit, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
0 minus 25. 0 minus 25.
All right, men, settle down. Now let's settle down. You too, Bill. That book you're reading, put it away.
Anything you say, Colonel.
No doubt you're wondering why we got you out of whatever warm beds you were in. Well, we've got a reason, a very good reason. This morning we take the wraps off the RX-3. Now, most of you have heard scuttlebutt that she's been modified. Well, she has. She's powered by 8 rockets now. That's what I said, 8 rockets. Designed to take man into areas of space that have never been explored before. And at a rate of speed to which no pilot has as yet been subjected. Now, Bill Westfall's going to take her up this morning as far and as fast as she can go. Joe?
Yes, Colonel.
You'll lead the 102s. You and your wingmen will be Bill's chase planes. We want observation at 40,000 feet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's how it plays. Pull the curtains on the map, Sergeant.
Yes.
Now, you see it circled here. Your rendezvous point we designated as Point X. 0 hour is 0900. Joe, you and your red tails will take off at 0 minus 15. Have you got that?
Yes, sir.
You'll make conventional climbs to 35,000 feet, rendezvous at Point X. Call into me at control at 40,000 feet. Right, Joe?
That's it, Colonel.
Well, not quite. Now, let's take a look at the weather. Pete?
Yes, sir. The weather is very pretty out, boys. All clear, ceiling unlimited. Winds aloft at 10,000, 80 miles per hour to 165 degrees. At 25,000...
Hold it, Pete. Major Westfall.
Yes, Colonel.
This is primarily for you.
Well, now, don't fret, Hank. I'm getting it.
I just wanted to make sure, Bill. Go ahead, Pete.
Ground temperature is 60, estimated at 45 below at 40,000 feet. We expect no change for 3 hours. That's it, sir.
Hang on. Okay, Joe, you and your boys go unwrap your 102s and have a nice time. Oh, Bill, stick around. I want to talk. How you feeling, Bill?
I feel real good. How are you feeling?
What about Molly and the kids?
Are you worried, Hank? Don't worry.
Well, I just want to know just how they are, that's all.
Well, an hour ago, Molly wiped her hands on her apron, kissed me goodbye, and the twins want to be firemen this morning.
0 minus 20.
Now, what do you
0 minus 20.
Okay.
Look, Hank, I've flown it a dozen times before.
I know, but never for this speed and never for this altitude and never with 8 rockets. The engineers are hitting you could break out of the stratosphere in this plane.
Yeah, I heard.
Now, get it out of your head. This is just routine.
Look, Hank, I've studied the blueprints. I know them like a prayer. My brain is crammed with detailed specifications, estimated performances, and I know all the safety devices to keep me alive. You happy?
All right, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. I've got to say it, Bill. You know it better than I do, but I've got to say it anyhow.
All right, you be a commanding officer, Hank. You know, you go ahead and tell me.
Keep your throttles uniform or you'll wind up against the mountains.
Yeah.
Retract landing gear as soon as you're airborne. Maneuver for maximum rate of climb and a heading of 87 degrees, which should bring you to 40,000 in less than 2 minutes using JATO, approximately 1 mile north of Rendezvous Point. From there on, you'll be on rockets.
0 minus 17.
Well, go
0
ahead.
minus
You're
17.
doing fine.
Oh, Bill. Come on outside. Let's go to the hangar. Bill.
Yeah.
You've got 10 minutes of rocket fuel. Now get rid of those JATO bottles before you fire the rockets. Fire only one rocket
at a time. No, I think you did just fine. I'm going to fly that baby higher and faster than anybody ever did before, just like you said. I'm going to take it up and bring it back. And then you come home and have dinner with me, huh?
Yeah, sure, I'd like to. There she is, Bill.
Yeah. She's real pretty, isn't she?
I'll be listening in at control. I won't bother you until you're airborne. It'll be between you and the tower until then. See you later. Good luck.
Zero minus 3. 0 minus 3.
Good morning, Colonel.
Oh, Mr. Hargrove, you'll be here at control with me?
If it's all right with you, Colonel.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. You checked the communications equipment, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. And Major Westfall has been assigned a special radio frequency of 3970.
Good. You'll take good care of it, Sergeant. We don't want it to poop out or anything like that, do we, Sergeant?
Oh, yes, sir. No, sir.
Hargrove, I've got a thing on my mind. That boy in the plane you geniuses designed, he's my best boy.
It's our best plane, Colonel.
It better be. Well, now it's your turn. What have you got on your mind?
Everything's in proper order, Colonel. The electronic brain, the recording equipment, the television cameras in the cockpit, everything. Every known scientific device, even some unknown. They've been...
We're talking about a man. That's all I really want to get back out of this. What about the man?
There may be one difficulty.
Well, tell me about it. I'd like to know.
The takeoff with all that load, the jets, the rockets, all at maximum fuel capacity. It's never been tested that way before.
Go on, Mr. Hargrove.
It's just that Major Westfall has only 10,000 feet to get his ship airborne. If he accelerates from 0 to 300 knots in 10,000 feet, he should be airborne in less than 7 seconds.
7 seconds. That makes it 0 plus G.
Yes, Colonel. Beyond 0 plus G, beyond that we don't know. We just don't know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for everything, Mr. Hargrove. Sergeant, flip your switch on Major Westfall. I hear he's got a swell program. Flip them all, Sergeant.
Yes.
From RX-3, any change in weather?
RX-3 from tower, barometer reading 29.7. Set your altimeter accordingly.
Roger.
Wind 15 miles from south.
0 minus 130. 0 minus 130.
7, got it. Control from RX-3, over.
Control to RX-3, go ahead.
Control to RX-3. This is just for you, Hank. Cabin pressure, okay. Oxygen pressure, okay. Hydraulic flight control, okay. Fuel pressure safety lock.
All right. Get off the dime, kid.
Take a mill.
0 minus 1. 0 minus 1.
Crew Chief from RX-3, over.
Go ahead, RX-3.
I am ready to fire.
Hold it. Okay. All set to fire.
Clear?
Clear.
Starting starboard jet. Starting port jet.
0 minus 30 seconds.
RX-3 from tower.
Come in, tower.
Western Airlines Flight 303 reported over San Jose southbound. Navy interceptor on home leg in San Diego. United Airlines eastbound 4010 at 18,000 over Salt Lake City. No other aircraft aloft in the area.
0 minus 11.
Tower from RX-3.
9.
Ready for takeoff.
8. RX-3 from tower.
7.
Clear to take off
6.
on runway 27.
5.
Good luck.
4. 3. 2. 1. 0. B. C. D. E. F.
They'll lift it. Made it. Bill made it, Mr. Hargrove.
Hey.
Control from RX-3. Control from RX-3.
This is control. Go ahead, Bill.
Everything's great, Hank. She's a doll, baby.
You were kidding with that takeoff, weren't you?
It took that long to get it off. That makes it a takeoff, Hank.
How fast are you climbing?
Airspeed 690, approaching Mach 1. She's buffeting some.
Bad?
I'm still flying her. Hank! Hank!
Yes, Bill?
I just went through Mach 1.
Speed of sound, straight up.
She shake bad?
Not a shudder. Wasp waist is a big help. She's a doll baby, Hank, a living doll baby.
How do you feel?
I like it here.
Control from Red Tail 1. Control from Red Tail 1.
Go ahead, Red Tail.
RX-3 over rendezvous point at 50,000. He's ready turn, Colonel.
On schedule, Joe?
On schedule.
Control from RX-3, control from RX-3.
Go ahead, Bill.
55,000, Hank.
Still a dial, baby?
Still is. Hank, can you hear me okay?
You're coming in clear, Bill.
Rocket system primed. Dropping right jet. Dropping left jet. All clear.
Good luck, Bill.
Firing number 1 rocket. Fired. Leaking back. Firing number 2 rocket. Fired. Hey, Hank.
Yes, Bill, what is it? Bill? Bill, are you receiving me? RX-3 from control, come in. Come in, RX-3. Hello, Bill, come in. Red Tail leader from control, Red Tail leader from control, come in, Red Tail.
Go ahead, Colonel.
What about it, Joe?
RX-3 overhead at approximately 70,000 feet, maintaining a heading of north-northwest. I can barely make him, Colonel.
Try calling.
Roger. RX-3 from Red Tail leader. RX-3 from Red Tail leader. Come in, RX-3.
Yes, Colonel?
Come in,
Share it with me, Mr. Hargrove. Sit here and run your fingers through your hair and wait and think about it and share it with me.
Control from Red Tail leader.
Go ahead, Red Tail.
We've lost him, Colonel.
Stay up there, Joe, as long as you can.
What do we do now, Colonel?
I just told you, Mr. Hargrove, we wait. You and me. We wait.
You haven't lost me, Joe. I can hear you.
Stay up there, Joe, as long as you can.
Hello? Hello, Joe. I will try another frequency. Red Tail from RX-3. Can you make me? Red Tail from RX-3. Can you make me? I still can't get you, Joe. I will keep sending. Firing number 7 rocket. Fired. Firing number 8 rocket. Fired. Oh, brother! This is RX-3 broadcasting to whom it may concern, to all you people. This is Bill Westfall approaching 210,000 feet at 4 times the speed of sound. 210,000 feet. That's 40 miles straight up in the air to all you people. And that's where I am. You never saw anything like it. No clouds. And a color no one ever named before. Otherwise, there's nothing. There's no sound except my instruments. Nothing. Nothing at all. Wait a minute. There is something at 2 o'clock high, really something, brother, and it's not a flying saucer either. This one's egg-shaped. It's huge. It's spinning like a top, and it's coming toward me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Listen. Listen, something has just happened. Something, a missile, something, a shot. Maybe through my canopy. The pressure is going down. Something is happening to me. That egg-shaped thing, I'm being pulled toward it. I have lost control of the ship. I have no control. I am going to deep pressure. I'm on the verge of consciousness. I am blasting out.
In a moment, we continue with Suspense.
Every Sunday, right triumphs over wrong dramatically in Indictment, the unusual dramatic series that is based on stories of the criminal law, with authentic procedures as they are followed by the office of an assistant district attorney. For the kind of excitement that is generated when justice goes into action, hear Indictment, just a few minutes from now and every Sunday over most of these same stations.
And now, We continue with The Outer Limit, starring Mr. Frank Lovejoy. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
We've waited a long time, Colonel.
Well, we'll wait some more.
But there's no point to it. May I make a suggestion, Colonel?
What?
Give it up. Make your report to Washington.
What about you, Hargrove?
To be frank with you, Colonel, in another 16 months there'll be another plane, the RX-4, and the Air Force will give us another man to fly it.
Until we're certain about this man, and we're not certain.
What do you propose to do?
The things that are in the manual. We'll organize search parties. We'll put spotter planes up in the air. Maybe Bill came down in the ocean. We'll call the Navy.
Colonel, if the RX-3 came down on the ocean, it would sink in 5 minutes. It had no life preserver equipment on it. The added weight...
We'll call the Navy in, Mr. Hargrove.
Whatever you say, Colonel, but my guess is...
What's your guess, Hargrove?
My guess is that sometime, somewhere, on some beach or in some field, someone will pick up a ball of cooled metal. That someone will be holding what's left of the RX-3.
With you. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Can you understand now what I am saying to you?
Yes. Yes, I hear you. I understand.
Proceed, Zeglon. We have established communication with him, Commander, on frequency X29. Good. Proceed as ordered. Yes, Commander. Earthman, your brain is in turmoil, is it not? It has great difficulty in accepting what you see.
Yeah, that's right.
Accept it. What you see here exists.
This exists?
It exists, Earthling. The spaceship you're on exists. Those jet dynamos you see before you exist. Jet dynamos driven by the harness power of 1,000 suns. Listen, Earthman. Listen to them. Do you know what happened as you listened, Earthman? We have flung ourselves 10,000 miles into space. What do you say to that, Earthman?
I don't know what to say.
It is beyond the conception of your Earth brain. Then conceive this. Try to move, Earthman. You're not bound in any way. Try to move. Don't strain. It's impossible for you to move. There is a screen of force aimed at you. Now you may move about, Earthling. Proceed, Zeglon. Yes, Commander. Earthman, I perceive that your intellect now accepts the fact. You are aboard Space Patrol Ship S2J3. I am Captain Zeglon of the Galactic Guard.
Galactic Guard?
The guardian of the galaxy. The guardian of the universes. The instrument the Brotherhood of Worlds has set up in defense against such a world as yours. What puzzles you, Earthman?
I can't see you. I can feel that you're here, but I can't see you.
There is no necessity for you to see us. It is sufficient that we communicate with each other.
But talking to you is like... Well, it's not like talking. It's as if it is all happening inside my brain.
It is. That is how I'm reaching you. Not through your ears, but inside your brain. Do you remember what happened to you before you blacked out?
I think so. That there was a sharp sound like a bullet hitting the canopy.
It was not a bullet. It was a ray. It was necessary to stop your flight. We have so much to tell you.
Well, first, tell me about my ship. Is it lost?
No. It is being repaired. It will be returned to you. And you will return to Earth because you are the Earth's only hope of survival.
Hope of survival? What do you mean?
I will show you. What you see before you is a panorama of your own universe, far greater in scope than any Earthman has ever seen before. Observe. Observe where the line is pointing. Star 5, Galaxy C, Sector K.
Is that the Earth?
That dot, that speck you see revolving in the vastness, is your sun. A star whose surface is 12,000 times that of your Earth. Your Earth is not even visible here.
How did you know we even existed?
That was our problem. We first became aware of your planet when we found atomic dust containing strontium-90 in the upper atmosphere. We traced it to your Earth.
It was that important to you?
Quite. We determined that you were setting off thermonuclear explosions. That's why the Galactic Council has quarantined you.
Quarantine? I don't understand. How? How are we quarantined?
We have sealed off your planet from the rest of space. We have surrounded it with a force screen. When that screen has accumulated enough particles of atomic dust, your Earth will explode.
Listen to me, Earthman. Listen. We have had our own wars, wars that almost destroyed our civilization. Now we have outlawed war throughout space, and we have outlawed your world. If there is another thermonuclear explosion, you will destroy yourselves. Take this back to your planet. Warn them, Earthman. Release him, Zaglon.
Yes, Commander. Earthman, you will open that door. There is your ship. Get into it, Earthling. Are you ready, Earthling?
Yes, I'm ready.
You will be propelled into space. Close your canopy. Open aperture.
Warn them, Earthman. Warn them.
Fire!
Tower from RX3. Come in, Tower. Come in, Tower.
Tower, the funny man. Are you loaded, kid? How did you get in on this frequency?
Listen, this is RX3. RX3 coming in for landing. Give me landing instructions.
Tower, the funny man. Impossible that you're RX3. Now get away from the area. The area cleared for interceptor practice approaches.
Tower, this is Major Westfall in RX3. Now come on, give me landing instructions. I am fresh out of rocket juice.
Yeah, okay, Major. In just a minute. Tower to all aircraft in the base area. Tower to all aircraft in the base area. We have an emergency. All aircraft hold present altitude and proceed on a course of 180 degrees until advised. Radio silence will be maintained until the emergency is over. Okay, RX-3, go ahead.
I approximate my position 20 miles north of field at 10,000. Estimate 6 minutes to land.
RX-3 from Tower. You are cleared to land. Runway 9. Wind east-southeast 15.
Roger. Coming down.
Hello, Hank. Give me a hand.
Bill! Bill, what?
Just help me off this plane, will you?
Yeah. Bill, what happened?
Hank, now listen, you won't believe it, but you've got to. Before I tell you anything, you've got to promise to believe me. You've got to.
Look, what did you run?
No, before anything, Hank. Now, promise me.
We better have you looked over, kid.
No, I'll be all right. Now, just listen to me, Hank. Hank, they said the Earth would explode. They said it was the end for us.
They said that? No, come on, let's get over to my office.
You don't believe it.
Read it like an order, Bill. My office. What they are you talking about?
Hank, I chased me a spaceship, and I caught it, or rather, it caught me. I was cruising nicely, about 200,000 feet. That's where I spotted it. Hank.
Oh,
listen,
kid, you don't have
to.
No,
I've got to tell you. They said I had to tell you. Well, don't you understand, Hank? I saw this thing. I saw it coming at me. I thought it was going to be the biggest smash, and it wasn't. I came to. Inside their ship, Hank. Hank, I need a drink, an awful tall drink.
Well, that can wait, too. I want Major Donaldson to look at you.
A psychiatrist? Well, what for? To test my jerks?
Yes, something like that.
Well, that's the story, Major Donaldson. Hank, you believe it, don't you?
Just keep lying down there, Bill. Major, what do you think?
Oh, I'm not sure. Now, Bill, these men from Mars...
I didn't say they were men from Mars. Now, did you hear me say that they were men from Mars?
No, you didn't.
All I'm trying to tell you is this. Whoever those people were, they know all about us, everything, about our wars, about our big bombs. They've got us They have got us quarantined.
Quarantined?
Yes, quarantined. They've sealed us off from the rest of space. We have wars. We're sick, and we're going to die. They've seen to it that we will die.
Well, go ahead, Bill.
Well, there's nothing more to go ahead with. Another H-bomb, and that's all. One more bomb, and we're going to have the juiciest galactic 4th of July of all time explode. Like that. Well, how do you like it?
All right, Bill, roll up your sleeve.
Now, just forget it, Major. All I need is a couple of drinks.
Sorry, Bill, not right now. Let the Major give you a hypo.
Hank, I've got a drink coming. A lot of drinks. And I want to see my wife.
Yeah, later. I'll call Molly. Right now, you've got to get a little sleep. Go ahead, Major.
Come on, Bill, let's leave.
All right. All right, if it's in order, go ahead.
Oh, there. You'll be okay in a few hours.
I am okay now.
Sure. We'll leave you here, Bill. It's all right if Bill sleeps in here, isn't it, Colonel?
Sure. But when you wake up, I'll have Molly here, and we'll have that drink together.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll believe me. Maybe you'll believe me then, Hank. You'd better.
Come on, Major. He'll be okay by himself, Major.
Well, he's been under a strain, but he'll sleep for quite a spell.
I see. Well, we better get some sleep, too.
Right. And don't worry, Colonel. He's a strong boy. Best nerves I've seen in a long time. I'd say things will be all right. Delusions like Bill's latched onto, well, delusions like this.
Major.
Yes, Colonel.
Major, when you make your charts out for Bill and diagnose him and treat him and do all the things that you have to, when you do that, Major, consider this.
Yeah?
How did he keep that plane in the air for 10 hours? For 10 hours, Major, when he had fuel to last him only 10 minutes.
Suspense, in which Mr. Frank Lovejoy starred in William N. Robeson's production of The Outer Limit by Graham Dorr. Listen again next week when we return with another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. The Outer Limit was adapted for radio by David Friedkin and Mort Fine. Supporting Mr. Lovejoy were Stacey Harris, Barney Phillips, Jack Crucian, Larry Thor, Sam Pierce, Jay Novello, Hans Conried, and Joe Kearns. The musical score was written by Lucien Morawek and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. Sound patterns by Tom Hanley and Bill James.
Like to laugh? Then you'll like listening to Eve Arden as Our Miss Brooks on CBS Radio later today. With Cupid taking pot shots at her from one side and Mr. Conklin, the school principal, badgering her on the other, our lovelorn schoolmarm has a tough time tracking down her favorite male, Mr. Boynton. But since all of her difficulties are comic, every episode of Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, offers immediate insurance against the blues. What can you lose? Hear Eve Arden as Our Miss Brooks on CBS Radio every Sunday over most of these same stations.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Jack Cost as star of Easy Money, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now, a glassful would be very pleasant as Roma Wines bring you Jack Carson in a remarkable tale of suspense.
I'm telling about, that easy money was hanging up there somewhere just waiting to fall right into my lap. I didn't even know it. All I knew was I had business elsewhere. I was playing the piano at Mario's over in Brooklyn, but that night I slipped out early. I didn't even tell Ellen. I just left. Because for the first time in 14 years, I had a purpose in life, a plan, an objective, and I wanted to think. I was sitting in Gus's grill over a cup of coffee, still thinking, when I looked up suddenly, and there was Ellen. Where'd you come from?
I followed you. I think I'll have something to eat, too. Girl can sure work up an appetite chasing a man.
Look, go away, will you? I'm depressed.
That's all the more reason you need me, darling.
The food here is terrible. Some of Gus's customers have to be treated for shock.
Well, let's go somewhere else.
This is the only place where my credit's still good.
I stopped at your rooming house yesterday. Somebody said you had to move. If you need money, Paul, why didn't you tell me?
Because I'm through taking money from you.
You're only borrowing it. Look, this is a terrible blow to my pride, darling, but for the 10th time, will you marry me?
Nope.
Why not? It'd make me terribly happy.
You'd be happy for a month and miserable for the rest of your life.
This a kind way of telling me that you don't love me?
You're never out of my mind. By just walking in the street, I get lonely for you.
Then marry me, Paul. I'd be good for you. I'd always be nagging you and driving you to work harder and get someplace.
Just exactly where I belong. Mauling a piano at Mario's for those lecherous leg breakers.
Oh, I know better. You know, a couple of times I was there when you stayed after closing. You thought you were all alone. I heard you playing. How did you ever get like this?
You're imagining things.
Well, you never tell me anything about yourself. Paul, when I stopped at your room yesterday, I saw something on the floor that kind of puzzled me.
You did?
A page drawn out of last week's Destiny magazine.
What's so puzzling about that?
Well, it was all carefully folded. It looked like something you'd been carrying in your pocket. I thought maybe you dropped it, so I brought it along.
What would I want that for?
I don't know. It's just a full-page ad about the Diary of Martha Lathrop that's starting next week. It says, after 10 years abroad, Martha Lathrop has just come back to America. Her authoritative books have opened the secret doors of politics. Her keen mind has alerted America on world affairs and punctured the stuffed shirts of important men. Now read the sensational story behind all her stories.
Extraordinary woman.
Yeah. Oh, well. You didn't answer my question yet.
Which question?
The only one that really interests a woman. Are you going to marry me?
I'm already married.
You're married?
It happens to men, you know.
Oh, why didn't you ever tell me, Paul?
Because it's something that happened a long time ago. It's 14 years since I last saw her.
14 years? And you never did anything about it?
There was nothing I could do until now. Until Martha came back to this country.
Martha? You mean this woman in...
Yeah, she's my wife.
Martha Lathrop? Your wife?
I'm going to see her tonight.
But why? In all these years, why didn't you ever...
Because sometimes marriage really seems to mean what it says. Till death do us part. I left Ellen and went up there. She was living in a big converted brownstone on Gramercy Place overlooking the park. The door was opened by a rough-looking character who would have been a lot more convincing as a private dick than as a butler, which is what he was apparently supposed to be. For a moment, I wondered if he knew anything about me. That this watchdog might be the one person she could have told to warn him against me. But, of course, I was wrong. Not with her pride, not her, not Martha.
Yes?
I want to see Miss Lathrop.
You have an appointment?
No, but
then you can't see her.
Now, wait a minute.
Without an appointment, you can't see her. Nobody can see her. Miss Lathrop is a very sick woman.
Sick? The newspapers didn't say anything about
Never
it.
mind what the newspapers said. You heard what I said.
Well, look, just give her this watch. I'll wait.
What about the watch?
Well, just give it to her. I think she'll see me. It has her name in it.
Oh. Something you found?
Yeah, something I found. We took the watch and went upstairs. I knew the watch would work because Martha herself had given it to me as a wedding present. I knew exactly how it would work, up to a point. And if she still wouldn't give me what I wanted, I was ready for that, too. But there was something about the whole setup that I didn't get. The house itself, dark and somber as a prison. The pug-ugly butler. The part about her being sick. It didn't fit. It just didn't fit with what I knew about Martha Lathrop. I sat down in the living room to wait. It almost jumped out of my skin. It was a big bird like a parrot, a macaw or macaw, whatever it's called, peering at me through the bars of a cage. I remembered now reading about how some big game hunter had given it to her. It was big and bright-colored and mean-looking, with a green stripe between its eyes, which gave a really quite startling impression that the thing was wearing spectacles. I was still staring at it when I turned and I saw Martha. For the first time in 14 years. She was pale, thinner than I remembered, but with the same hard, intense blue eyes, the same air of cold condescension, but it was something else. Suddenly I knew what it was. It was fear. A look of hidden fear that was almost shocking to me, who had always known Martha as utterly, even cruelly fearless. I was in for another shock. She didn't speak to me. She spoke to the butler.
Robert, have you searched him?
Not yet, Miss Lathrop.
Please do.
Turn around.
Hey, what's the idea?
I said turn around. Well, he's all right, Miss Lathrop.
Very well. You may go now, Robert.
Yes, Miss Lathrop.
May I ask what that was all about?
I've had some very trying experiences since I last saw you, Paul.
You must have if you have to search all the callers for concealed weapons. What are you afraid of, Martha?
I'd rather not discuss it if you don't mind. What do you want?
You're not exactly overjoyed to see me, are you?
I said, what do you want?
I read about your diary. I came to congratulate you.
Then congratulate me and get out.
Look, Martha, that bird seems to be as bad-tempered as you are. Can you keep him out of this conversation?
This conversation is over.
Not my end of it, no.
What did you come here for? Money? Because the answer's no.
No, not this time. This time I want something money can't buy. One of the very few things it can't.
What's that?
To be free, Martha.
Why?
So that I can marry again. Did I happen to say something funny?
I suppose to some people that isn't funny, is it? Wasn't to me when I married you. That was the one bad miscalculation I made in my life.
I know. I knew that first time you went to Paris for a newspaper, I'd never see you again. You said going away would only be temporary, but as the French say, there's nothing so permanent as the temporary.
Why didn't you get a divorce then? Why didn't you think then that someday you might want to marry again?
After my experience with you? My dear Martha, what I thought of women after that isn't fit language even for your ears.
But you weren't about taking money from a woman, were you? You weren't about forging checks with my name, were you?
I needed it. And I knew your vanity. That was my temptation and my safety. As you couldn't bear to look ridiculous by admitting that you had a no-good bum of a husband.
We made our bargain. I could have sent you to jail. I still can't remember that.
Now, why didn't you divorce me?
Because
you didn't want me, but you couldn't bear the thought that I might be completely free of you.
That's ridiculous.
Someone once said that we kill the thing we love.
Are you trying to say I still love you? You?
Oh, maybe in a twisted sort of a way. Because mine was the only love you ever really had. Maybe somewhere deep in your mind you're trying to keep the bleached bones of it.
I'm not completely...
I wonder, Martha. I've always wondered.
Get out of here!
Without an answer, without my freedom?
The answer's no. Never, do you hear? Never. Now, get out.
All right, Martha. But never is a long, long time.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Jack Carson in Easy Money, a radio play by Sidney Renthal. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
of Suspense, this is Ken Niles for Roma Wines. Whether you've been hunting ducks or houses, there's no pleasanter ending to a busy day than a quiet family evening at home. Lights low, fire lit, and a tempting glass of Roma wine to enjoy. For Roma California Sherry, Port, or Muscatel, add mellowness to any occasion. And better tasting Roma wines are sure to please, because more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. To give you better tasting wine, Roma starts with California's choicest grapes. Then, with winemaking resources and skill unmatched in America, Roma guides this abundant grape treasure unhurriedly to tempting taste perfection. Later, at peak taste richness, Roma selects from the world's greatest wine reserves for your pleasure. Take advantage of Roma's present low prices. Buy Roma by the case. Buy now for the holidays and save on Roma, America's favorite wine.
And now, Roma Wines brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Jack Carson in Easy Money, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
So, Martha wouldn't give me a divorce. All right, I could have stood that. But that business about sending me to jail, that was different. And I knew my Martha. And I knew that now that she was back from Europe and could do it, she still hated me enough so that someday she'd yield to the temptation and would do it. Yeah, but that was all right, too. Martha wanted to play that way, I was ready. I was way ahead of her. In a place like Mario's, the customers we have, you can get a hold of almost anything you want. You know who to ask. So the first thing I got was nitrazine because it was the easiest, one of the deadliest. And the next was a bunch of keys, passkeys. That was all I needed. So the next night after I left Mario's, I just waited out in the park across the street. I was prepared to wait there every night for a week if I had to. But it was less than an hour. A taxi drove up in front of the house. A well-dressed, well-heeled-looking gent got out and went in. The taxi. In about 10 minutes, he came out again with Martha, and they drove off. A little time after that, the butler left. I walked across the street. And the third key I tried let me in the door. There's that fiend of a bird. But it only stopped me for a minute. I won't say I wasn't nervous. I guess anybody's nervous when they're about to commit a murder. But I hadn't any reason to be, I kept telling myself. Who was going to pin it on me? As far as anybody who knew Martha was concerned, I didn't even exist. Well, I went upstairs and found her bedroom. And on the bedside table, I found the bottle of sleeping pills, just as I expected. She'd always used them, and she was the type that always would. Very carefully, I took each little capsule apart and emptied its contents down the wash basin in the bathroom. I filled each one up again with nitrazine, enough to kill a horse. I was down at the bottom of the stairs again when a light went on in the vestibule. She was coming back. I had just time to slip behind one of the heavy curtains in the living room, but that was all.
Like that. But Martha, to suspect me of all people.
Please, not. I would rather not discuss it.
Martha, you must realize that these obsessions are symptoms of a sick mind.
I said I would rather not discuss it. Good night.
She'd had a quarrel with someone. That was good. Now I knew she'd take the sleeping pills. She went directly upstairs. I waited. 5 minutes later, the butler came in. But he went straight on to his own quarters somewhere in the back of the house. I waited some more. It seemed like hours, but I suppose it was only a few minutes. I wondered if she'd taken the sleeping pills yet. I wondered if I'd hear her when she fell. Finally, I didn't dare wait any longer. I slipped out from behind the curtain and crossed the living room. And I just closed the front door quietly behind me when a light went on inside. I pressed into a corner of the vestibule. Through the glass panel of the door, I could see Martha in a negligee coming down the stairs, and she had a bottle in her hand. The bottle of sleeping pills. For a second, I thought she must have found out somehow that she was going to call the police. Yeah, but she wasn't. Moving like a sleepwalker, she crossed the living room. She was dumping one of the pills out of the bottle into her hand, and then she stopped. She stopped in front of the cage of that bird. I saw the whole thing. The tough butler who said she was sick and searched people for weapons. The fear behind her eyes. The man she just quarreled with about obsessions and symptoms of a sick mind. Martha was insane. I watched while she took the sleeping pill in her fingers and held it through the bars of the cage for the bird. I saw the bird grab it in his beak, but I didn't wait for the rest. Softly as I could, I opened the outer door and went down to the street. Martha was insane. And because she was insane, because she thought people were trying to kill her, I couldn't kill her. Nobody could ever kill her. Hello?
Paul? Are you all right?
Alan? Yeah, sure I'm all right. What time is it?
11 o'clock. I just saw the papers.
Saw the papers?
About Martha Lathrop.
What? What about her?
She's dead. Poisoned.
Poisoned?
They found nitrosine.
But that's impossible. It couldn't be.
I'm afraid it's true, Paul.
Ellen, where are you?
At Gus's.
Wait there.
Paul, let's go away.
With what?
I've got a little money. Enough to get us to Chicago, maybe Los Angeles. We could change our names and start over again.
Oh, why, Ellen? You think I killed her, don't you?
Paul, if you did, I know why you did. And I don't care.
You're quite a gal, Ellen, but I didn't kill her.
You were there. You said you were going.
Yes, I was, but I didn't kill her, and I can prove it. Don't you believe me?
Okay, paper. Paper, here you are.
Wait a minute. Give me a couple of those.
Yes, sir, here you are. All about the big murder.
Murder?
Yes, sir, a few. Okay, pal, thanks.
All right, now, Peter.
Okay, take it easy, will you? I gotta make a little tourism.
Paul.
Yeah.
It wasn't you. Oh, Paul.
Dr. Martin Osterman. Must have been the guy she went out with last night. And they've got him cold.
They quarreled publicly. Big restaurant. She said he was trying to poison her. He'd given her the prescription for the sleeping pills that killed her.
Ellen, how would you like to have some real money and earn it? Easy money.
Money?
This Osterman is rich, filthy rich.
But, Paul...
If I can prove I didn't do it, I can prove that he didn't do it. Which one is handling the Osterman case?
Well, I'll give you Mr. Harrison.
Hello? Mr. Harrison?
Yes?
The papers say that you're Dr. Martin Osterman's lawyer, is that right?
Well, yes, that's right. Who is this?
Your client's in a pretty bad way, isn't he?
Look here, I'm not in the habit of speaking over the phone to people
You'll speak to me, because I can prove he's innocent.
You can what?
That's what I said. I can prove it.
Well... Mr. whatever your name is, if you have any evidence, I'd certainly be glad if you'd come down to my office and...
Well, I'll send somebody else down, my secretary. She'll want money.
Well,
$50,000.
$50,000?
You get in touch with Dr. Osterman and see if he doesn't think his life is worth that.
What you're suggesting is not only against the law, but
I don't care about the law, and I don't think Osterman will either. I'll have somebody down there in an hour. Can you arrange it by then?
Well... possibly.
All right. And we'll want the money in cash.
Harrison, Winters, and Forbes.
There's a young lady waiting for this call in Mr. Harrison's office. I want to speak to her.
Oh, yes. Hello?
Paul, Ellen. Are they giving you the money?
Yes.
Did she count it?
Yes.
All right, put Harrison on and then start for Grand Central Station.
All right, Paul. He wants to talk to you.
Thank you. Hello?
Mr. Harrison?
Yes.
All right, here's the dope. Martha Lathrop was not murdered. She committed suicide.
What? Suicide?
And here's the proof. She was suffering from delusions. She thought people were trying to kill her, poison and so on. Dr. Oswin confirms that, of course.
Yes,
What he doesn't know is that it had gone so far she was trying out things she ate on that big parrot she had.
The macaw?
Yeah, the butler will confirm that. Anyway, she tried out those sleeping pills on the bird before she took them. And you'll find a dead bird in the house to confirm that.
Good heavens.
So she knew those pills were poisoned before she took them. Martha Lathrop killed herself. I must say they took it like a sport. They paid up and shut up. An hour later, Ellen and I were on a train speeding along the banks of the Hudson River bound for California.
Oh, Paul, $50,000.
Easy money. That must be the easiest money any man ever made in his life. Must have been about 2 weeks after we got to California that I got the phone call.
Is Mr. Bentley?
Yeah?
My name's McNulty. I run a pet shop downtown.
You must have the wrong number.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I got something down here you might be interested in. A bird.
A bird?
Yeah, a macaw. Real beauty. Got a green stripe between his eyes. Makes him look exactly as though he's wearing glasses. You interested?
No. No, I'm...
Oh, I could easily bring him up to show you. I got your address.
No, I said I'm not interested. That night, I told Helen I found bugs in the place, so we moved. 2 nights later, I was alone, and there was a knock on the door. What do you want?
I brought the bird anyway, Mr. Bentley. I thought sure you'd want him when you saw him.
Look, I said...
had quite a time finding where you'd moved to, though. Oh, look, isn't he a beauty?
Look, I told you that...
Have you seen one like him before? Oh, they're very rare, very rare.
What made you think I'd want him?
I just thought you would. Don't you want him?
How much?
Well, now, like I say, that's a very rare bird.
500?
Oh, yes, that'd be all right, Mr. Bentley.
Here.
Oh. Thank you, Mr. Bentley. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Now, get out.
Yes. Good night, Mr. Bentley.
There could be no doubt about it. It was the same bird. I opened the cage and roughed his feathers to see if the markings might have been painted on. Hey! He bit me. But it was the same bird. He sat there staring evilly at me through those spectacles of his, laughing at me. I reached in the cage again. Wrang his neck. I wrapped the body up in a newspaper. I got a shovel out of the garage. I drove about 5 miles up Topanga Canyon and parked in a side road with my lights on. I went down into the canyon and started digging. I dug like a madman. The sweat was running into my eyes and I was gasping for air. And suddenly a light was shining full of my face.
All right, Bentley.
Wait, the bird is dead. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have killed her. The bird is dead! Ellen had nothing to do with it. She thought I was innocent all along.
Okay, we got nothing against her.
But the bird,
Well, Bentley, that was what you might call psychological warfare. We knew you were guilty, though, when you bought it.
I mean, the poison.
Oh, we found poison, all right. Still traces on its beak and claws when we got there. But there was one thing we couldn't understand for quite a while. Dr. Ditmars of the Bronx Zoo finally tipped us off.
But if Martha took the poison, I saw her give it to that bird. I saw the bird gobble it up. Why didn't it die?
Yeah. You see, with this nitrosine, some birds can take that stuff by the spoonful and it won't even phase them. You just picked the wrong kind of poison and the wrong kind of bird.
So, being of sound mind and somewhat relieved to know it. I do hereby bequeath in this my last will and testament, witnessed here in the death house at Ossining, New York, on this 7th day of November, to my wife, Ellen, the sum of $48,700, the remainder of that easy money, hoping that the facts herein set forth will assure her that she has a right to it, since I will shortly, to my regret, have earned every nickel of it.
Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is Ken Niles presenting our suspense star of the evening, the handsomest man in Hollywood, Jack Carson. Jack, you can stop twisting my arm now. I said it.
Oh, I suppose I'm not really the handsomest, just one of the best looking.
Well, Jack, when it comes to looks, I'll take Hedy Lamarr. But as an actor, believe me, Jack Carson ranks with the best.
Gee, thanks, Ken. I'm sorry about your arm.
Oh, that's all right, Jack. My arm is still in good enough shape to give you this gift basket of fine Roma wines with the compliments of Roma, your host tonight.
Wonderful. That's a grand present, Ken. Why, thanks to Roma. So you folks really make me feel at home.
Well, Roma wine has a way of doing that, Jack. That's why your Roma gift basket includes Roma California Sherry. When friends drop in, share with them golden amber, fragrant Roma Sherry. Roma Sherry's tempting nut-like taste is the favorite of hosts and guests for afternoon or evening entertaining. And millions enjoy Roma Sherry daily as the perfect first call to dinner.
I'll buy that, Ken.
And Jack, because Roma and only Roma selects from the world's greatest reserves of fine wines, Roma Sherry, like all Roma wines, is better tasting every time. Yes, no other vintner selects for your pleasure from so vast a treasure of good taste. No other vintner can equal Roma in winemaking skills and resources. No wonder more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
Makes sense to me, Ken. Well, I must be going. Thanks for everything, and sincerely, it's been a stimulating and exciting experience tonight. I never miss Suspense, and I've been looking forward to my appearance here for a long time. I hope you'll have me back again.
Well, thank you, Jack. We thought you were great in your newest Warner Brothers picture, Two Guys from Milwaukee. And we'll be hearing you on your regular Wednesday night show for Campbell Soups. And give a listen to us next Thursday on Suspense. We'll have Hume Cronin as our star.
I'll do. Night.
Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Hume Cronin as star of Suspense.
Produced and directed by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California.
In the coming weeks, Suspense will present such stars as Judy Garland, Chester Morris, Olivia de Havilland, Cary Grant, Joseph Cotton, Roddy McDowell, and others. Make it a point to listen each Thursday to Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Suspense is broadcast from coast to coast and to our men and women overseas by shortwave and to the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Stay tuned for the thrilling adventures of the FBI in peace and war, following immediately over most of these stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And now, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. Listen now to Act One of The Black Door, starring Robert Reddick, featuring Ralph Camargo, and written especially for Suspense by Robert Arthur. The mistake I made was going through that black door. If I'd left it shut the way it was, sealed tight, everything would have been fine. I'd have married Marcia, become a full professor, had my name in all the papers. Well, there's no use telling the story backwards, is there? First things first, as old Professor Wentworth always said. And the first thing in this case is the grant I received to hunt for a lost city in Central America. The city of the Fire God. Which might mean something, Oh, might mean nothing. Anyway, I got the grant from the university, chartered a modern helicopter for 3 months, flew it down to Central America, got the necessary government permissions, and made my base of operations the tiny little town of San Marcos on the coast. As nearly as I could figure from the manuscript, the city of the fire god was someplace among the mountains. So I flew back and forth over the mountains in the helicopter, keeping a lookout for ruins in the jungle or the mountain valleys. And for 2.5 months, I saw nothing except trees and rocks. In the town, I was charitably looked upon as a crazy youngster. And finally, even the children stopped staring at me. And I was getting pretty discouraged. And trying to forget my troubles with a glass of tequila in a little garden outside the town's only cafe, while some native with a guitar serenaded his girl nearby. Waiter? What? Oh, there you are. Pardon, senor. I am not the waiter. He's busy. Busy. No one's been busy in this town since Columbus discovered America. That's very true, senor, but I have paid the waiter to go somewhere else. That's why he's busy. Look at this, senor. Well, let me see that. It's a tiny statue, very old. Huh? Statue carved out of volcanic basalt in the style of the oldest known Mayan carving. Where did you get that? Oh, that is easily answered, senor. Well, then tell me. My grandfather, he gave it to me when he died. Well, where did he get it? Senor, that is a harder question. Now, look, if you came here just to play games with me... No, senor, no. That is why I sent away the waiter. So we could talk confidentially. Yes, well, let's talk confidentially. Where did that little statue come from? From the mountains, senor. Well, the whole country is mountains. See, that is true, but... you see, my grandfather was a great hunter. Once he followed a wounded jaguar high into the mountains. Some savage natives then followed my grandfather. Yes? Well, he was wounded, and to escape, he climbed a great cliff. Go on. And he reached the top. And on the other side, he saw a dead city. A dead city? Si, senor. Silent. Lifeless. Far below him, He tried to climb down to it. And he fell, senor. For 3 days he lay unconscious. And when he recovered his senses, he had the fever. And somehow he found his way out. He does not know how. He staggered back to his home. They found him in a jungle, crawling on his hands and knees, clutching this little statue and saying over and over, La Puerta Negra! La Puerta Negra! The what? The black door, senor. The black door? Si, senor. And my poor grandfather, he was never strong enough to go hunting again, but he kept this little statue. And he said it had saved his life. What do you mean by the black door? Oh, one cannot say, senor. He could not remember. Surely he went back to the lost city? Well, no, he was not strong enough. Besides, there were the savages. But you mean nobody ever tried to find the city again? Well, why should they, senor? It belonged to the dead. Well, they might be angry if the living came to disturb them. That was old superstition. See, senor. Now, me, I am not superstitious, I speak American well. The senor wishes to find this lost city. I, Pedro Ramirez, know where it is. Go on. You see, my grandfather described it to me. The mountains where it is hidden. They are 3 days' walk from here. 3 days, and that's 50 or 60 miles. What direction? Senor, that is the question, What direction? A most important question, no? I get it. How much? A mere pittance for a rich youngster, senor. $1,000 American. $1,000? And 1/2 of all the treasure. What treasure is that? Oh, there must be treasure, senor. Why else would you seek this lost city? Because I want to become a professor at a university and marry a girl named Marcia, whose father is head of the Department of Archaeology. All right. $1,000 if you actually guide me to the city you say your grandfather found. And half the treasure. Yes. Half the treasure. If any. We filled the bargain with a glass of tequila. And the next day, Pedro came with me in the helicopter. He directed me to fly to the southeast, and I did, hovering as low as I dared over the rocky edges of the jungle. Well, we've come more than 50 miles, Pedro. No sign of that city yet. Oh, yes, senor. There to the left. That is the mountain. That? Are you crazy? That's the stone of an extinct volcano.
Si, senor. And the lost city is inside the volcano.
Oh, now, wait a minute. How can that be?
Well, I do not know. I was not there when he was built.
On the other hand, city of the fire god. I wonder. Well, I haven't looked into that volcano yet, so here goes. We lifted high in the air over the top of the old dead volcano. And we came out over a deep circular valley, grown up with jungle now. But there, in the center of the jungle, was a group of stone buildings dominated by a vast ruined temple.
Senor! Senor! The lost city of my grandfather. Oh, it is white with treasure. I have the feeling.
But even if it isn't, this is one of the biggest finds in the history of Central America. We're going down now. We'll sit down on that level spot right in front of the temple. We settled in front of the old temple. I cut the motors. And for a moment, we just sat there taking it in. Stone towers. The ancient carvings. The massive walls that had been put into place by men whose bones had turned to dust maybe 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. And then we climbed out. We were both armed. We had flashlights. And I had a small hammer and chisel tucked into my belt. Aboard the helicopter, I had a case of dynamite if any blasting was necessary. This was just to be a preliminary survey, so I left it where it was. Pedro and I found ourselves on a big stone plaza with a partially ruined temple in front of us. The entrance was flanked by two tremendous stone carvings. Oddly enough, very like something from Egypt. Human figures with heads that were vaguely dog-like, which made them seem most unhuman. Senor, those statues, I do not like them. Yes, they are rather odd. But I'm more interested in those designs carved in the rock above them.
Design, senor? Oh, they but show the moon, the new moon and the old moon.
Yes, and there are more moons all over the front of the temple. Now, that's unusual. Most of the old civilizations in this area worship the sun.
Si, senor, but I cannot help wondering.
Wondering what?
Why the man who made those statues put the heads of dogs on them.
It was dark inside the temple, but our flashlights gave us enough light. Vast stone pillars supported high above us as we moved down a lengthy corridor. And then we came into a central rotunda that got some sunlight through a crack in the roof.
Look, senor! Gold! Gold! 10 statues! 12 statues! And each of them solid gold! Come, look, senor! Gold! Gold! I have reached! I have reached!
Pedro was right. Ranged in a circle in the middle of the rotunda were 12 golden statues about 5 feet high. They were all human figures with dog-like heads. And they were all looking at a spot on the floor in the middle of the circle they made.
Oh, look, the jewels! Jewels! Baskets of them! Oh, senor! Senor, I am the richest man in the world!
At the foot of each statue, a carved stone basket. Each one has a handful of gems in it. Obviously, these statues were worshipped. The gems were tribute. Pedro, have you taken a good look at these statues? Shine your light on this one.
Madre mia! Again, the head of the dog!
Yes, they're all dog-headed statues. And all their eyes are focused on one spot over there. Seems to be something carved on the floor. Let's see what that is.
Ah, senor. Huh. That is most strange.
A round black carving on the floor. Almost like a globe or a map.
Good Lord.
Do you know what this is supposed to be?
No,
Senor, I cannot guess. It's the moon. Carved on the floor in black basalt, the moon.
Ah, see. Oh, that is most strange, no?
You don't know the half of it, because the formations carved here, they're not the formations our astronomers know, unless the Russians have some new pictures they're not talking about. If this carving represents the real geography of the moon... Pedro?
Si, senor.
The artist who carved this must at some time have seen the dark side of the moon, which no human being has ever glimpsed. I know it sounds crazy. The more I studied that round black carving, the more I was convinced it was an accurate relief map of the dark side of the moon. And then we discovered something else. Around the rim of that black disc was a series of crevices filled with tar. I dug the tar out, and under it, in each crevice, we found a small basalt statuette like the one that Pedro had originally shown me. In each crevice but one, which was empty.
Senor, see? The story of my grandfather is true. This little statue he brought back, look. It just fits into this tiny hole.
Yes, it does. Black door. This must be the black door that he talked about.
Sí, senor. La puerta negra. The black door. But how does it open?
I don't know. Now, wait. Suppose we stand each of these little statues upright. Yes, they fit tightly like handles. Now, if we push them...
See, senor, we push and it's turning. The black disc is turning. And now it's loose.
Now we can lift it up.
Let us lift it. Down there, maybe more treasure, eh? More gold, more jewels. All right. Now it's coming.
There, it's open. And there's a well-worn flight of steps leading down to the heart of the old volcano. We stood there, staring down to that black passageway that seemed to go down endlessly. I didn't like the looks of it. But Pedro had gold fever. He thought that there might be whole vaults of treasure down below. I couldn't talk him out of looking, so I went along too. The tunnel sloped downward, ever downward to the heart of the ancient volcano. We came across evidence of much usage, broken pottery, strange carvings on the wall. Our curiosity led us on until presently we came to a cavern whose walls seemed to be lined by a curious growth.
Senor, look!
Yes, mushrooms, or something very much like mushrooms, solid sheets of it all lining the wall.
No, senor, that is not what I mean. Look here. Look through here.
Oh, a narrow crevice, a room in there.
That's not a room. It is what is in the room. Come, shine your light. Then let us leave, senor.
What has got you so worked up? It can't be treasure. I see.
The skeletons, senor. Many skeletons. Hundreds, men. Lying one upon the other.
Yes. That rocky room is full of human bones, as much as I hate to say it.
What, senor?
The ones I can see best have tooth marks on them.
Oh, senor, let us leave here swiftly. Let us return to the airplane, eh? Let us take the pressure and go.
Easy now, Pedro. These bones have been here hundreds of years, maybe thousands.
Old bones or new bones. I do not like these bones.
There's no cause for alarm. I don't know.
Why does the senor study so hard these mushrooms on the wall?
These mushrooms certainly haven't been here for 1,000 years, and along here it looks to me as if big handfuls of them have been broken off.
Broken off? For why?
There's only one thing I know of you can do with mushrooms, and that's eat them. Pedro and I stood staring at each other. I was pretty sure that something, or somebody, had recently been eating that mushroom-like fungus. And I was beginning to wonder what, or who, when we heard it from somewhere far down below us.
Senor, what is that?
Sounded like a dog howling.
A dog? No. There is no dog.
What if it's not a dog? What is it?
The demon, senor. The devil.
Forget that superstition. Something down there, impossible as it seems, something living.
And if we do not leave, there will be something dying down here, senor. Please, come.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out what on earth I could...
Senor Landry, those are not dogs upstairs. The statues, the people with heads of dogs upon them. Does the senor not realize what it is that is howling?
Until that second, I hadn't made the connection. And then I realized the full significance of those statues. It couldn't be. It was impossible. But what other answer was there? We turned to head for the surface, and just as we did so, I saw something coming up the tunnel toward us. Something that was a pallid white shape in the light of my flashlight. Something running on all fours and howling hungrily for this.
Shoot, senor! Shoot!
Now, let's get out of here. We didn't even stop to look at what I'd shot. I'm not sure I wanted to look. We just turned and ran up that long tunnel to the surface. And as we went, the howling things pursued us. We could hear them behind us like a pack of hungry animals. From time to time, we finally popped out into that ruined temple with the 12 dog-headed guards. And I understood at last what that black door was for. It sealed the entrance to the underground world where they lived. Pedro and I flung ourselves on the ground. A great long slab of black rock was, and we couldn't move it. It was wedged open somehow, and we couldn't get it closed. Senor, quickly! They will follow us in a moment! Gathered down there beyond the first bend. Obviously, they don't like light. They're getting up there. Hurry! We gotta shut them in. We can't let those things loose. We can't shut the black door. We can do nothing. The helicopter, quickly! I got it. The dynamite in the helicopter. We'll blow in the mouth of the tunnel. You heard me. It'll only take 60 seconds. Yeah, that'll keep it quiet another minute or two. Now, come on. Help me with that case of dynamite. It took us less than a minute to get the case of dynamite, bring it back inside the temple, and light a fuse. And then I shoved the whole case down the steps into the black tunnel. Pedro and I hurried back into the open, scrambled into the helicopter, and started the motor just in case.
Senor Randy.
What is it?
The treasure. The jewels. We did not bring them.
We can get them after the tunnel is blown in. You don't want to tangle with those dog-headed creatures, do you?
No, por los santos, no, but... Senor, what are they? They must be demons, for surely they are not of this world.
Well, I agree with you, but they're not demons. That does it. The tunnel is closed for good. Now,
Senor, the temple is collapsing. And the earth is shaking. Senor, it's an earthquake.
Hey, Lord, there's only one place for us to go, and that's straight up. The helicopter jumped 1,000 feet straight up, just before the temple crashed on the spot where we had been. And then we watched from a box seat while the lost city crumbled into ruin. The dynamite blast had triggered off an earthquake, and the earthquake rocked the ground like a man shaking a baby's rattle.
Senor, the jewels, the gold, they are down there on the many rocks.
Yes, for some of the dog-headed creatures. Suppose they'd got loose on the world after being caged underground for thousands of years.
Oh, I can only think of all that treasure. For a little while, I was the richest man in the world. I owned a lost city full of jewels. Now I own nothing.
After things quiet down, I can bring back an expedition. We'll dig in the ruins. The jewels will still be there.
See, that is true, no? I will be rich yet, no? I will buy myself 3 automobiles and 12 silk shirts. I will smoke cigars all day long and have servants to do everything. Senor, I am ruined.
What is it now?
It's that volcano. He's coming to life. See, the smoke is coming from the ground. Senor, fly higher or we are doomed.
Well, that's tight. The dynamite triggered an earthquake. And the earthquake opened up fissures leading far down to where the volcanic fires had been banked for thousands of years. By the time we got 10 miles away, that entire mountain was blowing up in a vast spouting fire and ashes and molten rock. But somewhere down in the heart of that inferno was the lost city. The city of the fire god. It would have made my reputation. Enough treasure to pay off the national debt. And a howling mob of creatures you wouldn't want to meet this side of hell. Well, that's the story. You read about the new volcano. And now you know what caused it. Would you like to know my theory about those creatures? Well, it's this. 6,000 or 7,000 years ago, this old earth had some visitors, refugees, you might call them. And some of them settled in Egypt, some in Central America. They brought some highly scientific skills with them, including the secret of overcoming gravity. They ruled for a while, worshipped as gods, and then died out. All except a few who found inside an old volcano a spot just about like home. The native priests managed to lock them in behind that black door. After the natives died out, the dog people existed underground, living on mushrooms, keeping their race alive at an animal level. Now they're gone now. But here's a tip to the Army and the Air Force. When you land your first missiles on the moon, keep your eyes open and your guns ready. Because inside those tremendous craters of the moon, living far underground where, maybe, there's still warmth and air. I have a hunch you're going to be running into people. Moon people. Who look a lot like us. Except for their heads. Suspense. You've been listening to The Black Door, starring Robert Reddick, featuring Ralph Camargo, and written especially for Suspense by Robert Arthur. Suspense is produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Listen again next week when we return with Man Trap, written by John Robert. Another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. Listen to Carol Burnett and Richard Hayes weeknights on the CBS Radio Network.
Roma Wines presents Suspense. Roma Wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Salud. Your health, senor. Roma Wine hosts the world. The wine for your table is Roma Wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is the Man in Black, here to introduce this weekly half hour of Suspense. Tonight from Hollywood, we again bring you Mr. Orson Welles in the second of two consecutive performances starring Mr. Welles as the protagonist of Kurt Siodmak's novel, Donovan's Brain. The producer of Suspense and its sponsors, the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California, felt this story so unusual that it merited more than our usual time. So in somewhat of departure from established radio formulas, we are bringing you the story of Donovan's Brain in two parts. And tonight you will hear part two, the completion of Donovan's Brain.
But before we raise the curtain on our suspense play, let's for a moment wish ourselves away to Havana, Cuba, seated at a table in the fashionable Hotel Nacional de Cuba. Near us, a group of Cubans are entertaining an American visitor. Our American has just remarked that in point of great enjoyment, the Cuban rumba is one of America's most delightful imported dances. And then, raising his wine glass, the Cuban host responds, "Then we have perhaps discarded some part of our debt to you Americans for this wonderful tasting wine that gives us such great enjoyment. It is wine that Cuba imports from your faraway California. It is Roma wine." Americans didn't have to wait for wine connoisseurs of other lands to discover the greatness of California's wine district, the superb quality of Roma California wine. So many millions made this discovery for themselves that Roma wines have long been America's largest selling wines. But these millions discovered something more. In Roma wines, they discovered an easy and expensive way to increase the delights of daily living. Yes, millions have discovered that Roma wines, as a beverage on the table, and when used in entertaining, add a charm of a special and wholesome kind. I told you Roma wines cost little. That's because here in America you pay no high import duty, no expensive shipping charges. Two, Roma wines come from Roma's own wineries in the heart of choice California vineyard districts. So cost to you is only pennies a glass for R-O-M-A Roma wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now with part two of Donovan's Brain, and with the performance of Orson Welles as Dr. Patrick Corey, we again hope to keep you in suspense. As I sit now outside my laboratory door writing,
Under the heading Experiment 87, this final entry in my casebook, I know that these are the last words I shall ever write upon this earth. For those who seek some explanation, I refer them simply to this casebook. Let them read it carefully. Perhaps then in some measure understand, if not condone, the awful circumstances under which I have been driven to the most appalling crime against God and nature that it has ever been the fate of mortal man to perpetrate. August 24th. It's now 6 weeks, exactly 42 days since I began the experiment. For 6 weeks, by artificial means alone, I've kept alive a human brain. Completely detached from the body, floating in a bath of serum nourished by a synthetic blood plasma fed through its arteries by an electric pump, it has remained alive. Not only alive, but I have succeeded in communicating with it. For I've even induced new growth of brain cells and so tremendously increased its mental faculties that by sheer brain power alone, it has actually been able to communicate its thoughts to me. And each day my communion with that living, pulsing mass of gray matter that was the brain of William Donovan becomes stronger and stronger. Even now I sense it striving to reveal some plan to me, something so truly world-shaking in its implications that only such an organism, developed to a point thousands of years ahead of its time, could ever have conceived it. So far I sense this only, but soon I shall know. Indeed, I shall be partner in its execution. What a fool I was ever to have considered for a moment my wife's demand that I end the experiment. It's because I refused, of course, that Janice left me a week ago without so much as a word of explanation or farewell. Even my son David and my assistant Trot are privy to this conspiracy to thwart me. For when I ask about Janice, they pretend to know nothing or seek to avoid my questions. Its brain will live. Yes, I can hear it now. It tells a wave quite audible over the amplifying system I've arranged for it. Almost as though it were calling to me, trying to speak to me. The brain will live. Donovan? What is it? What are you trying to tell me? Go on, Donovan. I'm listening. Go on. Go on. Who is it? What do you want? I've no time to talk. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Go away, I tell you. I'm busy. Please, can't you two leave me alone? All right. What is it? What is it?
Patrick, won't you come into the study with us for a few minutes?
What have you got to say here right here? You know I can't leave the laboratory.
Dad, it's only that, we wanted to talk to you in private.
Don't tell me that you're afraid of this poor mass of brain cells, yeah?
It's not that bad, but we never mind it. At least turn that thing off then, will you, Patrick?
What difference would it make? Could still hear, couldn't it? Well, what is it then?
Well, it's about Mother.
So, she put you up to this, did she? I thought the truth would come out sometime.
Dad, listen.
She's tried to stop this experiment from the beginning. She thought she could blackmail me into quitting by leaving me, and she still does. Now, she's using you to go between us.
Listen a minute, won't you? We haven't heard a word from Janice. We don't even know where she is. That's what we've come to talk to you about.
Oh, have you? How could I know where she is?
Oh, because you were the last person seen with her, Dad.
I was.
Don't you remember, Patrick? You took her into town with you. You wouldn't tell any of us why.
Yes, of course. I've more than forgotten. But what of it?
Well, don't you remember what happened then?
Of course I remember. She left me, that's all.
Where, Dad? Where did she leave you? What were you doing?
I don't know. We were in some big public building, City Hall, courthouse, taxis or something. Next thing I knew, she'd simply disappeared.
Is that all? Didn't she say anything? Didn't she at least tell you why she was going?
I remember what she said. It's been a week or more. I've hardly slept. You know, I've been working night and day.
Yes, that's just it.
What do you mean by that?
Patrick, you say this. The brain communicates with you. Tells you things about its past life. Suggests thoughts.
Yes,
Well, if the brain can make you think of things, mightn't it also be able to make you forget things?
You're out of your mind.
Dad, are you sure? Are you sure you don't know what's happened to Mother?
No, I tell you, no, I don't
Patrick,
know.
Don't you see what you might have done? Stop now while there's still time.
Get out of here.
While there's still time to help Janice, if there is. While there's still time to help yourself. Shut off the current. Let the flame die. Kill it, Patrick. Kill it.
Get out, both of you. Get out. Get out. August 26th. The brain continues to communicate thought fragments more and more easily, but nothing further on what I've come to think of. I'm now sleeping a great deal, but my dreams are becoming increasingly troublesome, although I'm at a loss to analyze them. Most frequent is a sort of vast cosmic valley presided over by the colossal figure of a young man whom the population of the earth were moving past him in review at his command.
Sure now.
Help me, someone!
Let go!
David! Never mind now. You help me with a shot. He's fainted.
No, David, don't let him. It's all right now.
Here's a glass of water. What's the matter? You're trembling all over. You're looking at me that way for you. Look how frightened out to death.
Dad, you...
What happened here? Anyway, I came and found you on the floor. Your hands around your own throat. If it had been for me. Why's your luggage all packed?
I was going to leave.
Leave? In the middle of the night? Why?
Because
Whose box has been opened? It was you, Shot. You were going to shut off the current. You were going to kill the brain.
Patrick, you tried to strangle me.
What?
It's true, Dad. That's why I had to slap you.
But that's absurd. I came in here and found Shot with his hands around his own throat. He was strangling himself.
Dad, please think a minute. Nobody can strangle himself. Look at these marks on my throat.
No.
Do you think I could have done that?
Well, it's not possible, and yet...
It's true, Patrick, that I tried to shut off the current. I was afraid for you. But as I opened the fuse box, I heard the delta waves in the laboratory suddenly become stronger and louder than they'd ever been before. And then...
And I?
Yes.
And the brain mill?
Yeah, you even spoke in Donovan's voice.
That voice, his...
That recurring phrase of his. Sure. And his very tones, his very accents. You've created a monster, Patrick.
It has the power to make me commit murder. The brain must die.
Pull the switch in the fuse box, Patrick. It'll only be a matter of seconds,
yes.
And then...
Yes, But
You've got to, Patrick.
Shrap, David, help me. I can't move. Come in. Pull the switch, honey. Shrap, David, go on. You too?
It's paralyzed. The brain won't let itself be killed.
Then it has the power to live on. And on. To command us as long as we live. Make us do anything it wants. Kill. Murder.
What are we going to do? Listen.
Brain. It's nothing. September 7th. Shot has left. He had to, of course, for his own protection, if nothing else. Before he left, he swore to eternal secrecy. He's going to try to find Janice. The very thought that any harm might come to her through me is enough to drive me almost mad. As for David, although he's strong enough to prevent any untoward accidents, I don't know. He's volunteered to stay with me. He'll sleep at night behind locked doors. We must devote every faculty we possess together and independently to finding a way of destroying the brain. Perhaps while it sleeps. It seems to have developed tremendous powers of the subconscious, which operate even in sleep. The recurring dream, the now oppressive sense of some further task to be performed, continues. If Janice were only here, even her presence, I know, would help immeasurably to combat this fearful thing. Terrible thought crosses my mind. could Trot have left if the brain had not, for some reasons of its own, actually wanted him to leave. September 10th. My thoughts are less and less my own. The dream of the young giant bestriding the earth, the figure without a face, pursues me now, even in my waking hours. Increasingly, I seem to live in a world of evil fantasy, peopled and controlled by the mind of William Donovan.
Not much time. But time enough. Time enough. Sure. Time enough. Sure.
Hello? Who is it?
Patrick?
Oh, Janice, my darling. Janice.
Hello, Patrick.
Sweetheart, darling.
How are you, Patrick?
Oh, I'm well enough. But Janice, where have you been?
Where have I been?
You have no idea then how crazy we were about you. Trot finally find you.
Yes. Trot found me.
Janice, why did you leave me that day? Why didn't you at least tell me? Where did you go, darling?
I was with friends.
Well, did Trot tell you anything?
No, nothing special.
Well, Janice, I know I haven't been a very good husband these last months. I haven't been very kind or very considerate or even civilized. I haven't been myself, Janice.
I know, Patrick. My poor darling.
If you'd only known how I missed you after you left, how I needed you. I need your help, Janice.
I know, Patrick. I came back to help you. But
what?
Baby.
He's asleep in the next room. That is, ladies tried to make a point to sleep only when I didn't. Trying to keep an eye on things.
Patrick, I'm going to help you. All I can, any way I can. But first, I want to take David away.
David? Why?
Because I don't think it's good for him to be here.
No?
I don't think that you... Patrick, I don't want to torment you. It's only that perhaps we can find a way if we know all the facts.
What, Janice?
Don't you know, really, where I was?
No, how could I?
Don't you remember where you took me?
Where I took you?
You took me to a psychiatric clinic. You had me committed to a madhouse.
Janice.
No, not you. Donovan.
Donovan.
It was because I tried to make you stop the experiment.
Yes.
Kill the brain. As you left me there, you even spoke in Donovan's voice. Sure, you said.
Sure.
I thought they were the last words I ever hear you speak.
Oh, Janice, forgive me. Forgive me.
I couldn't persuade anyone. I was sane.
Oh, sweet.
After what you told them. Everything I said only made them think I was mad. I'm not mad. Am I, Patrick? I'm not mad. Am I?
Janice will be gone for some 3 hours. I've sent her into town for Dr. Zanger, the psychiatrist. Maybe he can help, but now suddenly I'm overcome with the thought of the humiliation I shall have to suffer when other medical men become aware of the position I'm in. It'll be the end of my career and my reputation, all my hopes. Folly to think that Zanger would keep it to himself. Indeed, he'd have no right to. I can bear it if I must, but another way, a possibility occurs to me, and I've been thinking it over. There's no harm in trying it in any event. I must try. I have 3 hours. David!
Yes, sir?
David, What's your blood type? Do you know your blood type?
Matter of fact, I don't think I do. What?
No matter. We can easily find out. David, I think at last I know a way.
To kill the brain?
It's simple. It's perfectly natural. At 9 chances out of 10, it's something Donovan had never known about. I'll do it myself. Unfortunately, my blood type and his are... they're the same. Of course, I have to replenish the blood substance periodically. It's about time to do it again. I've always used my own because it was the same type as his, but if yours is a different type, the right type, David.
The wrong type?
Yes, you've given the wrong... The brain will die given the wrong type. I'm sure of that. I know it.
But suppose the brain knows it knows other things.
I've thought of that. It's a chance we'll have to take if you're willing, David, my boy.
Of course. And
we'll take the blood sample now. Come into the laboratory.
I only have the right blood type.
Sure.
Whether the wrong type.
If you haven't, we'll find someone who has. Maybe shot. Now, lie down there on the table, David. We want a tourniquet on your arm here. A small syringe will do it.
Go ahead, I'm ready.
David, don't watch me. It'll be easier if you don't. For me.
That's a funny one. Coming from you.
Well, the doctors are never quite as steady with members of their own family, you know. Ready?
Sure.
Ready? There we are. You all right?
Yeah.
Be through in just a second.
You getting all right?
Sure. Just a second now.
Dad, I'm sleepy.
You'll be over it in a minute.
But what's the matter? Why am I so sleepy?
You'll be all right. Sure. That's what an anesthetic is for. Make you sleep. I was somewhat surprised to find the instruments sterilized, already laid out, but I worked more rapidly and skillfully than ever before in my life, I think. I made an incision just below the hairline, laying back the scalp as far as the base of the skull. I trepanned the cranium at 2-centimeter intervals, working back and downwards to the upper edge of the occipital bone. With the Geely saw, I cut through the connecting bone structure and removed the entire top of the cranium, placing it in saline solution to preserve it. I made a semicircular incision in the dura mater, laying it to one side, exposing the brain. As I dissected out the facial, auditory, and pneumogastric nerves to free the medulla oblongata, I became conscious of an insistent clamoring, something like a mounting hysteria in the distant regions of my mind. Almost as strong as the irresistible compulsion that drove me on. But my hand did not falter. With a sure stroke, I severed the spinal cord just below the first cervical nerve. As I make this last entry with that awful guilt on my soul, even now I cannot fully comprehend how it has been possible for any man, by mortal or immortal means, to be driven to such a crime. Even the divinity himself did not demand of Abraham that final sacrifice of expiation when he, with his only begotten son, ascended the Mount of Olives. Perhaps Schlott is right. Perhaps there is indeed in man some spark of the divine that will elude our test tubes and our laboratories until the end of time. Perhaps that is the one thing that even Donovan did not foresee. I only know that at the instant my son died under my own hand, I was set free. At that instant, I saw and understood for the first time that monstrous plan born in the brain of William Donovan, of which I was to be the instrument. It was the plan I had glimpsed but never grasped in the recurring dream. Donovan did aspire to the domination of the world. And with those tremendous mental faculties that I myself had given him, it was literally within his power. to become the absolute ruler of all mankind. Only one thing was lacking, a body, a young, strong body into which those ever-growing brain cells could graft and affix themselves to live on, and on perhaps for centuries. He chose the body of my son, and now, my son, at last too late. I am free to destroy this foul thing of my creation. I know it as surely as I know that my own life must be forfeit. And the brain also knows. I can hear the disturbed, erratic oscillations of the delta waves coming through the laboratory door. But there's no room left in me now for fear. I shall take the 6 steps from the desk where I'm writing this across to the laboratory door. How often I've taken them in happier times. I shall open the door, close it behind me for the last time, and write finis to the mortal life of Patrick Arthur Corey and the brain of William Horace Donovan. And the others learn from the record I leave here the lessons I've learned so bitterly and profit by them. And for the things that I have done, may God have mercy on my soul.
Phoenix, Arizona, September the 15th. The bodies of Dr. Patrick Arthur Corey and his son David were found in Dr. Corey's own laboratory early today. Young Corey had apparently died on the operating table as a result of a delicate brain operation performed by his father. In the case of Dr. Corey, medical authorities gave as their opinion that he might have died of shock as a result of the unsuccessful operation on his son. A curious feature of the case was the fact that numerous pieces of tissue identified as being from a human brain were found scattered about the laboratory floor, while a larger section of brain was found in the midst of an elaborate apparatus, evidently part of a scientific experiment. Medical authorities stated, however, that they were unable to explain the nature of the apparatus and that the brain itself was in such a state of decomposition as to indicate that it had been dead and slowly decaying for at least 3 months. Dr. Corey is survived by his wife, Janice. She was committed to the county asylum for the insane late this afternoon. Burial of Dr. Corey will be at the Mount of Olives Cemetery.
And so closes Donovan's Brain, Part 2. The completion of 2 half-hour presentations of Kurt Siodmak's story presenting Orson Welles, a star of Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by William Spear.
Did you know that these Roma Wine suspense dramas are setting a record for the millions of delighted listeners they are attracting? We want you to feel that by tuning in the Suspense program every week, you can count on real radio enjoyment. Well, in even more dramatic style, the popularity of Roma Wines is also record-breaking, because Roma Wines are by far America's largest selling wine. Millions make sure of great wine enjoyment simply by asking for Roma wine. Here's something else these millions have discovered. You don't need fancy glassware or a special occasion to enjoy these zestful, taste-delighting Roma California wines. Roma wines possess lip-smacking flavor and zest because they come from Roma Wine's own wineries, right in the heart of the magnificent California wine grape districts. And you can enjoy them as a daily delight because the cost is only pennies a glass. Ask for R-O-M-A, Roma wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is Orson Welles. Next week, Mr. William Spear tells me, and he'd like me to pass the information on to you, that Suspense will bring 2 exceptionally fine artists, Miss Ida Lupino and Mr. Vincent Price, in a play by one of radio's outstanding authors, Lucille Fletcher.
I want to hear that. I know you will, too.
Money invested in war bonds now helps ensure a healthy, prosperous post-war America. The kind of America we will want for our children as well as ourselves. Don't forget, then, next Thursday you will hear Ida Lupino and Vincent Price in Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.